vanity. Walk away from every light you sent to me. Destroyed the future for the past in vanity. I hope you understand. Devil's advocate living in my head. You're screaming back at me the words that you said. Run to all the signs you could never see. Till you wrangle up your hellfire down on me. Now I'm overplaying with the past because I'm healing from what we had. You're the people you knew, all that I could be. You just wrangle up your hellfire down on me.
What is up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. How is everybody doing today? It is me, Ryder29, and we also have over. Wait, hold on. This side. We got who do we got over here? We got the GameSpace.
I'm doing my
Oh
part.
shoot!
How's it going, chat? Welcome in, baby. Welcome in.
We got a follow from Trash Panda. Already, we got a follow from Trash. Am I lagging, by the way, on anybody else's screen? On anybody else's screen? Is my webcam lagging?
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah.
This is what happens whenever you have a high level webcam. It's fine though. My audio's okay.
Audio sounds okay. It's just a little laggy. I hope. Try turning off buffer.
Turn off buffer. What do you mean?
I don't know. That's what Simply Polka said there. Try turning off buffer.
I don't know what that means. I'm not.
Too much buffer.
Too much buffer. On the webcam. Hold. Right click properties. It wouldn't be a stream without auto detect buffer. So disable that. Got it. Disable. Okay. Let's see. Did that fix the problem at all? Doesn't look like it. It's all right. We'll figure it out. I probably have way too many tabs open, and that's probably what's causing the problem. Who knows? It's all right. My audio is the important thing. We will figure it out as it goes. It would not be a stream without technical difficulties. Am I right?
Yep, I agree completely. As long as hopefully we can get the video that we present isn't laggy. That's what I'm concerned of while we're watching, is that video will be laggy.
Don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's much more likely that it's just my webcam being a piece of crap. Much more likely. Welcome in, chat. Welcome in. This is the GameSpace. Me and Jokerdad007's talk show podcast. Wait, I think we've gone back and forth on what this thing's called, right?
Yeah, informational programming, right?
Informational
and a fun time.
Yeah, there we go. I like that. So we have a whole lot of stuff to talk about today. We have a whole bunch of game reveals to talk about. Pod show. I like that. Shoot, I like that. We have a whole bunch of stuff that we're going into, but first and foremost, why, Joker Dad, did we decide to do this? What we should probably fill chat in as to why did we decide to make the GameSpace? What's the reasoning here?
I mean, for me, I enjoy games, right? I enjoy talking about games. I enjoy watching games. I love being a part of games since I was a child, right? And I think that's what draws a lot of us together as a community and as streamers. We all share that common interest, usually, right? I mean, there's some people who probably don't play games and are on here, but I feel like at some point or another, they participated in some sort of game, right? And this is a way for us to express ourselves and to collaborate with each other. I know I'm definitely excited for today. I hope everybody in chat is excited as me. But yeah, love to have you guys. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Me personally, I am super excited. First of all, thank you for the follow, Smiley Joker 24. Let me give you a shout out. I don't know if you stream, but I'm gonna give you a shout out anyway. Joker Mom wants a shout out. Listen, we got to talk about your wife, man. Your wife wants a shout out on your podcast. Isn't that a little bit biased?
Joker Mom's always a little biased, but we love her. She's great. Thank you, Joker Mom, for being here.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys are all amazing. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Fat shout out to Joker Mom for coming in here and doing the
Joker
awesome Joker Mom. All right. So, me personally, for making this, in my opinion, it's one of those things that you're here to soak up and learn as much about podcasting as I can, as I'd like to do my own show starting on Sundays. Hey, let's go. Well,
let's go, Trash Panda.
Absolutely. Rule number 1 of podcasting: have a working webcam. Anywho, it's a little dig at my web. Anyway, so okay. Anywho, So when making when talking about the idea of the game space and what we were going into and why we made this and everything like that, you're right. It all comes down to a lot of our community and our circle of people in the Kingdom of Clowns are a bunch of streamers. But at the end of the day, what are streamers? Streamers are gamers. Streamers are people that love and have a passion for video games. And so, we in the Kingdom of Clowns, we have community night, and then we have a lot of storyboarding that we do on how to improve our streams and how to improve our content for our viewers and how to do this and that. And me and Jokerdad were sitting down and chat one day, and he's like, I really like doing my spotlight. For those of you who are following Jokerdad007, you should know all about the Jokerdad spotlight. I've been on it. Many people in chat have been in it. And it's something that he very much excels at doing, is interviewing people. Me, I like to talk. So, it just meshed well, it meshed. And so we were like, we don't want to have another spotlight. So we were like, let's grab a topic that everybody's passionate about and just talk about it. And thus we landed on this. Although the hardest part, I think, was coming up with the name. I think we rattled off like 55 different names whenever we were trying to come up with what to call this thing.
It was a troubleshooting experience. We wanted something unique in itself to us, right? And, what content we were creating here, but we didn't want to copy and paste some other title, right, or something related to things. And I mean, and there is GameSpace related stuff out there, but this is a very comfortable title, I think. And I think we both agreed on that at that point, right? It was a pretty good title, pretty good concept.
Yeah, absolutely. I like it. I like it a lot. It's funny because I think we actually ended up turning into, hey, we're just gonna put video games into an AI generator and see what spits it out, and we just started grabbing names, so it worked. But what we have going for you guys in chat, our talk show here, our podcast, our pod show, our talkcast, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things. We're going to have, it's going to be a lot about gaming industry news, upcoming things that are coming to you guys as consumers of video game content, consumers of streams, streamers yourself. We are going to be going into different announcements that have been made, maybe some drama that's happening in the gaming industry, and we'll discuss it with you guys and amongst each other. We're going to talk about some of the top selling games that's going on right now to give you kind of an idea of what are the popular games right now that you may be interested in either purchasing, streaming, playing off stream, or whatever. And then we're even going to give you some gameplay reveal trailers that we're going to play live here on stream, that you're going to be able to see actual gameplay footage and actual gameplay storyline trailers of upcoming games that will be releasing in the coming months. And then we'll talk about each one as they're revealed and kind of get your guys' feels of it. See what you guys think. See what your guys' thoughts are, and we'll kind of talk about it as well. We have a list of games that we're going to be doing today. We're going to have hot takes. We're going to be talking about different topics as well. And then to top it all off, at the end of the stream, we do have a game show portion where we will be doing a quiz with chat to allow you guys to win the coveted honor of being the GameSpace champion for the month. And what that means is we will personally Spice Joker Mom with the resub for 6 months. Thank you so much.
Spice.
Oh, I love that. The sound alert so much.
Yeah, we gotta say it like that every time now. Someone Spice.
I lost my train of thought after that. Oh, right, game show. Right.
We're in space.
Right. Threw me completely for a loop. Anywho, so at the end of the champion of GameSpace for the month, it means that when we go live for the next episode of the GameSpace, we are going to put, if you're a streamer, you send me your logo, I will add your logo to the overlay. If you are not a streamer, I'm still going to showcase your name right here on the main screen so that they know that you are the GameSpace champion. And you will be able to interact with an overlay here on the stream. And if you win the quiz, you win. Yo!
Here we go.
Take it away, Joker Dad.
Here comes the money.
Money. Ching, ching, bling, bling.
We got the 10 biddies from Trash Panda. Thank you so much. May as well put my name on it already. Oh, man, we already got some trash talking going on. So that's all the things that you guys had to look forward to. So, first and foremost, let's jump in to some industry news. Joker Dad brought this to me right out the gate, okay? For those of you who may not know, we're going to be mainly going through what's going on next month, but we do have a few things that are happening this month that obviously, since we're late in the month, we weren't able to bring to you since this is our first episode. First of all, being the fact that on April 25th, Fallout 4 is releasing on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. I know a lot of people who are big into Fallout right now, before and after the TV series. I personally haven't seen the TV series yet. You've seen it, haven't you, Joker Dad? Or you've seen episodes of it?
I watched it all. It was amazing. I really thought it was great. I think the acting in it, the story, and apparently it's very accurate to the game. I'm not aware of this, not playing the games myself, which in return makes me actually want to try to play them. And I just noticed here that sales of Fallout games since the show have rose 7,500% on a week-to-week basis across Europe right now. It has driven the game to such high demand of people rehashing the content or checking it out for the first time. And I think that's very good for the game industry. And a lot of people are talking about, as long as the developers of the game have communication with the studio that's developing it, and they keep to source material, right? That this is possible for a lot of games out there,
Wow. The thing that I took from that mainly was, you said sales of the games went up by how much?
Yeah, it says, this article here I'm reading says 7,500% increase in game sales across in Europe right now. It's Fallout 4 is the weekly top 10. This was 2 days ago. Helldivers 2 was number 2 across Europe, and then EA Sports FC and then Grand Theft Auto 5 was number 4. I mean, of course, we have like Modern Warfare 3, Red Dead 2, Hogwarts Legacy, stuff like that.
Right.
And it's funny because Fallout 4 is number 1, Fallout 76 is number 8, Fallout New Vegas is 9, and Fallout 3 is 10. So you got the Fallout franchise 4 out of the top 10. Dude, it is really it's probably the biggest thing in 2024 for gaming right now, I think.
So I might get crucified by chat here. I've never played a Fallout game ever. No Fallout. I've never played it. I need kind of like a basis, like ground level. What is Fallout? Like, I don't really know what. I know it's like a post-nuclear apocalyptic thing or something, right?
Yeah. So pretty much there's society is hunkered down in fallout shelters to avoid the nuclear collapse, right? And then there's the company that's kind of sponsored the fallout to protect people, right? But there's hidden agendas, and then there's different subclasses of species that have been created through the nuclear blast. I know there's the Brotherhood, which is they use like this post-military technology of armored suits and stuff. But the one thing from watching the show and kind of diving in, everybody always thinks that they're the providers of a better future, right? So Vault Tech, yeah, exactly, as Wolf Puck mentioned there. So Vault Tech is a commercialized defense company, pretty much, is what it seems like, and they're the ones providing it all. But yeah, Fallout 4 looks amazing. Like, and apparently, you know, if you want to recap the news that I sent you on that, if you want to read that off, that might give a little bit of more information about what they're doing to the game right now. Apparently, like, bugs are being fixed a little bit, graphics are being enhanced. It's supposed to be much smoother, and I think everybody who has that game will receive that update. I could be wrong,
That is
but it
true.
seems very interesting.
Yeah. According to this, it says they gear up for the release of Fallout 4, offering existing owners a free upgrade. The revamped version boasts performance and quality mode settings, stability improvements, and fixes, promising 60 frames per second and increased resolutions. For PC players, the update includes widescreen and ultra widescreen support, fixes to the creation kit, quest updates, and overall stability and bug fixes. Additionally, Japanese and Chinese language players can expect Bethesda.net login issues to be resolved, enabling access to mods. The game will also be available on the Epic Game Store and Steam Deck verified with new Creation Club items like Enclave Remnants quests and various workshop items, including unconventional weapons and Halloween decorations. So, like, that's a ridiculous, like, this isn't just Bethesda being like, hey, here's Skyrim again. It's like, no, here's Fallout 4 completely
Yeah, it's like
revamped.
remastered. Yeah,
Yeah.
remastered is what it seems. A whole different game. I mean,
Yeah.
a remake of the game, I guess you would say.
A remake of the remake of the remake. And you mentioned like other games doing it. I know they just did. So it's funny you said the Fallout series has been so successful because this isn't the first um game series that has gotten a TV series now, right? The Last of Us last year, I think, came out with their TV series, and that was like a huge success. Like, people loved it. Like, it won a bunch of different things. It won a bunch of different awards and everything. It was a great show. I've personally seen all of that, and it was amazing. Pedro Pascal played an amazing Joel.
He really carried that series. Like, I'm on the fence when it comes to The Last of Us. I love the universe. I love Pedro. I think he did great. I think there was room in that series for improvement. But again, it did pay homage to the source material, and I think that's really what carried it. And you know, I think still overall, I enjoyed it. I
Yeah,
know there is the Witcher series. If anybody hasn't watched that, I
yeah,
really enjoyed that. I haven't watched all of it. I think I'm like a little bit into, is it season 2 or 3? I forget what season they're on, but I'm pretty far in. I did kind of drop off a little bit because, you know, if something doesn't keep my interest, I kind of go to something else. And then I know there's Twisted Metal series that's on, I think, either Peacock or Paramount. I don't recall what platform's hosting that. That's based off of the old PlayStation game Twisted Metal. And then also there's Halo, which is on Peacock or Paramount. That one I heard no one's really enjoying. The Halo series, there's probably some who enjoy it. I don't know, anybody in chat watch the Halo series, but
it's been mixed reviews. I personally, so like, I've never been a big Halo player. I've played Halos 1, 2, and 3. Um, but I wouldn't know if it's good. I haven't seen it myself. I will say the Witcher series, uh more power to you. I watched the first season. It was great, but I heard it really dropped off in the later seasons. It got really really rough in the later seasons. Um and that's one of the reasons why Henry Cavill left the show, was because of that. was because of the Fallout. By the way, Supernova, thank you so much for the 17 months resub. Welcome in, man. But I think that as long as Fallout, they lost the lore like Fallout, right? And that's the thing, Trash Panda. Like what you said. A lot of the different things that make or break because for the longest time, game series, shows, and movies would fall apart because they would try to deviate from the source material and the lore. They'd try to go Hollywood with it. And I think they've learned that if they stick to the source material, they're a lot more successful. Because what a lot of people want to see is that.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I was just about to say. I mean, it's a different beast in itself. I mean, you're targeting gamers. You know, obviously, there's going to be a big audience of people who haven't played Fallout, right? Who are watching this Fallout series. And those audiences, you do have to entertain them outside of the source material. But if you can entertain them while presenting the source material, you're going to capture the audience who knows nothing about the storyline. And then you're going to capture the audience who is solely there for the storyline, right? I feel like there's people who tuned in and were like, oh, I remember this part in the game, or I remember this character, or I remember ties to this, and it captivates them, and it unlocks, right? Achievement unlocked, you know, memory, you know, and
core memory unlocked. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really good when that happens for the gaming industry and for the people watching it. You know, I think it makes them feel a part of it, just like they were a part of the game. And people just like binged it, dude. I knew so many people that watched all 8 episodes within the first day. That's like 6 hours, 6.5 hours of just sitting down and binging Fallout. I took it like an episode a day. Maybe one day I think I'll watch 2 episodes. So, you know. You disappeared, Ryder. Where did you go? You're in the
sorry.
space.
While you're talking, okay. I'm trying to fix the webcam problems. So, like,
I don't think it's the webcam. I think it's bandwidth. So it's either the guest star or, like you said, there's a lot of tabs going, and your memory, your RAM is being affected by it. Ooh, and that's slowing down the upload, because it does happen to me sometimes, and it's usually due to either one of those two things, RAM related or the guest star and the upload. And like, you know, like if you were multi-streaming, and this would what happens when you multi-stream and you don't have enough upload. It will slow down the stream, make it choppy on every platform you're uploading to. But I think it'll be okay. Like I said, I just hope that the videos aren't, you know, diminished by the speed. And
think they will, because the videos are already pre-rendered. Like I've already remember I rendered it and downloaded it, so it's like an actual download on my computer. So I don't think it's not running off the internet at all. It's an actual file in my computer.
Okay, good.
So I don't think the bandwidth will affect it, because it's not using the internet at all.
That's awesome.
Hold on, we have a post here from Nova here about the Halo thing here. It says, revealing Master Chief's face was such a mistake in the Halo show. The original narrative designer made it intentional that they never showed the Chief's face. You know, I, not having watched the Halo show, I at least knew that much. No one knew what Halo... I don't think to this day in the Halo series, I don't think they've released the face of Master Chief. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't played any of the new ones, but I still don't think they've revealed the face of Master Chief at any point.
Yeah, no, I'm not too familiar with the Halo storyline. You know, I've know a lot of friends who played it since they were kids. I think it's the same there. You know, from reading comments about Halo and the show, you know, you always get these directors or you know, people who are tied into the creation of these shows, and they want to be, they bring in the what people call woke culture or politics in the TV show. So next thing you know, there's multiple, and nothing wrong. I love characters that have depth. I love multi-nationality characters. I like straight gay characters, you know, LGBT characters. I think when it feels like it's being forced on you, it's a little different, you know, when you feel like the directors are going out of their way to provide to that or catering to that side of the audience. And when it feels forced, people kind of reject it. And I'm not necessarily sure, you know, because imagine someone who, you know, is, you know, gay or different nationality, and then all of a sudden it's kind of like, you know, Native Americans, right? When Native Americans are kind of glorified and put on TV and kind of danced around, the Native American culture isn't too fond about that. You know, they're not there for entertainment. They're not there to be placed out on a pedestal for people to kind of relate to. And some people will say, well, you're using my culture and my you know, sexual preference as a way to sell product. And I think that's when people start to reject it, even their own culture, right? Like people are like, yeah, I'm not fond of you putting this out there like that. So it's like, you know, I don't know. And I'm fine with it, but I've seen programs like that where it's like, okay, now we're 2 episodes in, and that's all I've seen in these 2 episodes is you push this content. Just stick to source material, like you said. And I think that there was a scene, and you know, I'm going to go back to The Last of Us. There was an episode that did capitalize on that, but I think they did a good job. Like at first, I was unsure. I was like, okay, here goes the woke culture again, you know. But the acting in that episode was amazing, right? I think you know what episode on the homestead, right?
I absolutely loved the actor that they picked for him. So as somebody who has played The Last of Us, my biggest, like, The Last of Us is, I've gone on record multiple times to say The Last of Us is probably one of the single greatest narratives ever created in a video game series ever. The story of The Last of Us is probably, like, bar none, one of, if not the best narrative ever conceived in a video game series. It's amazing. Yeah, my webcam's a little messed up, Frank, and we're hoping that as this stream goes and my tabs start to close, my bandwidth will straighten out, because I think it's a bandwidth issue. The Resident Evil show I heard sucked booty. That's why I got canceled after a season. But no, I will say that episode you're talking about, I think that they did a really, really good job of capturing that character's essence. But I will say, as somebody who's played the game, they cut a very large portion of character development for some of the characters out by just having that all in one episode. It was really weird for me. I didn't care for it myself on that episode. I thought the actor was great,
I agree. Yeah, no, I agree. I think and that, you know, coming from someone who didn't play the Last of Us games, you know, I watched a little bit here and there of people playing it before watching the series, and I kind of I didn't like the direction. I didn't like how they presented it all. It felt really rushed. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. You know, through all of it. Like, and that's why, like, honestly, I like the Fallout more than The Last of Us. And that's just me. And I hope that, you know, if they do another Last of Us season, they'll learn from Fallout. You know, I think you know,
they've already announced that they're doing a second season, because the first season covered the entire first game. I think the second season and the second season is supposed to cover part of the second game, I think.
All right.
But
well, we are in an ad at the moment, so we can just kind of chill a moment if you like, so the guests can come back.
Absolutely. I think one of the really cool things about game series, and I think one of the things that makes or breaks it is the ability to capture the needs and wants of the fan base, because your fan base is going to make or break it. It's one of those things of, like, I can only speak to myself. If I'm gonna watch a show or a movie based off of a video game that I'm a fan of, I'm going to be judging it super harshly, because I'm gonna want to see my world or my favorite game come to life on the big screen. So if I sit down and I watch it and they deviate from the source material so wildly the whole time, it's distracting. And you sit there and you go, Well, that didn't happen in the game. Well, that's not fucking right. That's not like the first thing I think of is who here is a fan of the book series Aragon?
Yeah, no, I never read the book, but I actually thought I loved the movie. I loved the movie.
Ugh.
I was like, oh, I hope another movie of this
You
comes
see,
out,
this
and
is
then it
this
never
is
came out.
this is why we conflict. That
I mean, you
movie,
read the book, so
yeah,
obviously it's your perception of it's going to be way different.
exactly my point
Uh,
though is that the book became popular because or the movie got greenlit because the book was popular. So instead of capitalizing on that and bringing the book to life, they took their own justices with it and just butchered it. Like they butchered it so
yeah.
badly that they physically couldn't make a second one because they had fucked it up that bad.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. You know, the thing is no one's harsher critics than gamers over game movies
Yep.
or series, and then book lovers, right? People who've loved the books and an interpretation of the book into a film or series. You know, we see it time and time again. There's always going to be people who aren't happy, and the problem is too is, you know, when you have all this material, especially like a giant game or a giant series like Fallout, right, that has multiple installments of games with a deep storyline, and the same with books. Let's just use, you know, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, right? Like you have all this material. How do you trim it for short episodes of a series, right?
That's true.
And provide enough information that keeps people building characters up, keeps building the universe, but then you don't product dump. You don't provide too much to where people are like, all right, this is boring. Because me, when I watch stuff, I like action. I like when I watch zombie stuff. I want to watch people get their heads blown off with shotguns and
You want to see
you
some
know,
face
people
get
getting.
eaten.
Yeah, I want to see like the zombie grab the person's jugular and rip their throat out, and like it's, you know, but I don't want just that. I want some character development. I want some emotion. I want, you know, when the person dies, I want to be like, no, I just started liking
I
them, you
just
know,
like
like
that character.
yeah, and I love when they do that, and you know, that was the big thing with Game of Thrones. You know, spoiler alert, but when they killed off a primary character in like episode 1 or 2, I can't remember. You know, you're just like, oh man. And then they do another character shortly after. You're like, nobody's safe in this universe, you know. And I love
All
that.
bets
I
were
love
off
that when no one.
when the red wedding happened. That's when I
Oh
knew
yeah.
all bets were off, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Dude, that was the talk of the town for weeks, bro. I remember when that episode came out and it just drove it. But yeah, so we don't dwell too much on this. What other news do we have, Ryder, on the
Right.
gaming? What
So,
else is coming up?
couple of things. A couple more things that we have in the gaming industry news. Remnant 2. Those of us, or those of you, I've never personally played this game, but Remnant 2 is releasing its new DLC, The Forgotten Kingdom, on April 23rd for all platforms. Now, this is priced at $9.99 or $24.99 bundled with other DLCs. In this expansion, players will dive into the lost tribe of Yesha's history, facing the wrath of the ancient stone spirit Lydusa, while exploring new dungeons and meeting unexpected allies to restore peace. This DLC has new storylines, dungeons, a new area, a new archetype called the Invoker, drawing power from jungle's nature spirits, new items, bosses, characters, creatures, enhanced gameplay. All of this is coming out with this. So very exciting news for Remnant players. I've personally never played Remnant myself. I don't know if you have, Joker Dad. But if somebody in chat has, like, I don't know if you're hyped, let us know if you're hyped about that, because if so, you know, maybe in the coming weeks we'll look a little deeper into that. And the other thing we have is also Valorant news. So Valorant players are currently anticipating the arrival of Agent 25 Clove, who is set to join the roster in Episode 8, Act 3. Which is launching around April 30th. It's confirmed as a controller, generating excitement due to leaks revealing their appearance and potential abilities. Um, this is actually a super like hype thing for what we call the LGBTQ community, because it is the first non-binary agent. So for those of you who want, I know we just got done saying, the woke series and stuff like that. There is something to be said whenever you have someone representing you in a game, and a developer creates something specific because they want that representation. This is something, if you are someone who considers yourself non-binary, you now have someone in Valorant that kind of will be a representative of your type of person, if that's the right way of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's great. I think, when the developers are going out of their way to at least make their gamer base feel comfortable, right? I feel
Right.
like they wouldn't have done that if there wasn't a place for it, and where people were, feeling that, because there's probably a lot, especially, one thing I've noticed is there's a lot of different nationalities, again, from different regions of the world that play Valorant, and a lot of those I've seen is a lot of Asian culture, Malaysia, Indonesia, a lot of those individuals that I've met online through Twitch play that game. And I'm sure, just like here in the States, there's people in those cultures that are LGBT, non-binary, and especially more in those cultures that are a lot quieter about it. Right here in the States, we kind of are very more open than we were in the past. People express themselves more here, and they feel more comfortable. While in other cultures, it's likely still criminalized, right? So they keep to themselves, they don't address themselves, and they probably feel shunned. So for people who feel this way, it's a way for them to go, oh my goodness, like it's becoming more open, right? And who knows, maybe the more games that do at least a character or provide something for those individuals, maybe world governments and things may be less stricter on the penalties and the things of their population being that way, and I think it's great. I think it's good. Again, just as long as you don't, as long as 70% of the character base doesn't all of a sudden turn non-binary, right? And then
Right.
it starts to affect the development of the games and how that happens. And there's thin lines on how that goes, and that goes with anything. It's the same as if, like, all of a sudden you see a bunch of buff straight males, and that's all the game is a bunch of buff dudes going around slapping each other or something like it. Where's the other audience? Where's the other character
That sounds like
development? Where's
WWE
all that?
2K24.
It does, right? So yeah, and that may be why that game's not performing too well right now. No, I'm just kidding.
So now we move on to a segment of one thing that I wanted to bring this up. We have the top selling games. So this is specific to those of you in chat who may be wanting to know, what's the popular games on Twitch? What's the popular games to stream right now? Or what is a game that I might be interested in buying? What is super popular right now? And our top 5 best-selling games. Ranked in number 5, we have Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is ranked at number 5. At number 4, the new Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. At number 3, we have Tekken 8. At number 2, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, still holding heavy. And then ranked number 1, Trash Panda called it, is Helldivers 2, which is quickly becoming one of the most popular games across Twitch right now. I haven't played it myself. I've seen some gameplay of it. It looks insane. What do you think? Do you think that, like, some other names belong on that list, or what do you think, Jokerdad?
I mean, it all depends, like, on what platform. I'm sure, like, I'm looking here at Steam weekly global top sellers, right? This is on Steam.
Yeah.
This was April, or actually top sellers for the week of April 9th through the 16th. And we had Counter-Strike, which is a free game, so they're probably basing it off of downloads, right?
Right.
And then you've got PUBG, which was free as well, but
Right.
again, followed by number 3, which is Helldivers 2. And then you have the Steam Deck download, which again doesn't count too much, but we've got like RimWorld and a new game, or I guess RimWorld Anomaly, Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fallout 4, is up there. Naraka Blade Point, another free game there. Destiny 2 is free. Apex, is free. This shows that a lot of people are going for the free to play games, that have replayability. Because I think we've all talked about that in the past. Is we buy a game, we play it once or twice, it sits on the shelf, right?
Yeah.
Collects dust
I don't
in
even
our
want to talk about my
library.
gaming backlog, dude. I think I've got like 40 plus games that are just sitting there, and I'm just like, bruh, what am I gonna do with all these?
Yeah, exactly. So it's really tough, to find something that captivates nowadays. And I think the gaming industry is definitely seeing that, and they're struggling, especially with developers. But I said it right as Helldivers came out, first week, second week, third week, and I'm like, because it looks like it came out. Wow, it's been out since February 8th. Wow, I can't believe it, and it's still hammering strong. And I said between Helldivers and what is it, Pow World. I said those are two big contenders for Game of the Year, just because of talk. Let's put aside the sales and the downloads and stuff like that, but water cooler talk. Not only were all my friends playing Helldivers 2 on stream, I was being asked from multiple people, "Hey, Joker Dad, why don't you play Helldivers 2 with me?" And then all of a sudden, I had friends in my real job. "Hey, man, I'm playing Helldivers 2. Have you played it yet?"
Yep.
So just the chatter itself is what drives, content creation. And I think if I had to say Game of the Year, I would say Helldivers 2. And I mean, we're only into April.
I mean,
And
there's a
honestly,
lot of contenders for Game of the Year. There's a lot of them already, and we're only in April. Like we've got a lot. Like Helldivers 2, and this happens with a lot of different games, though. Like if a game is, it's funny. If a game is successful, everyone hears about it, right? If a game bombs, everyone hears about it. It's the same
yeah,
thing.
especially if it comes out with bugs. That's the
Oh my
biggest thing
god.
right now. Is we need to make sure, we need to make it a normalcy in the gaming industry to not support games that use predatory microtransactions.
Facts.
That really pry on providing you a really low delivering game, and then sells it back to you in the form of microtransactions or extended DLCs. I remember when I was younger, you buy a game,
Yeah.
all the updates came with the game.
You
If
remember
if
the
new
good old
content
days?
came out,
Good old days, you
they
buy
would just
PlayStation 1 and like you buy Crash Bandicoot. What's on that disc for Crash Bandicoot is what you got. Like that's Crash Bandicoot. There's no Crash Bandicoot,
yeah,
and then later on you have DLC Crash Bandicoot, DLC the Lost Levels. Like no,
yeah, exactly.
bullcrap.
And if they did do that, they did what Fallout just did, right? Like Fallout just gave you some extra content, some new weapons. Are they selling it back in a $5 DLC or a $10 DLC that, hey, if hey, Fallout, if you've already bought Fallout 4 for $10 more, you're going to get enhanced graphics.
See,
They did that with, like, Blizzard's done that with StarCraft
yep.
and stuff like that, where they resold the game with remastered graphics and stuff. And I think they should have just gave it to players who've had it. But I guess since the game was so old, who still had their copies or who still had it on their account.
See, my
Um,
outlook on DLCs personally, it's just it really depends on where is it a pre-planned DLC, right? So like when a game launches and says, "Hey, here's your season pass that's going to give you access to these 3 DLCs." I don't like that. Cuz that means that is all stuff that you purposely held back to make me pay more money later. But
I feel like they all hold back. I think they know during game development that, all right, what's the bare minimum we can give these people to where it appears as if it's a solid game, right? And then they hold back the content. It has to be. I mean, I don't see why not. Or they feel like, oh, maybe this just isn't needed right now, and then later on they work on and define more and kind of add to that, and then they make a DLC out of it. But I think intention for a long time now is, they just copy what's successful from previous developers, and until people start judging with their pocketbook and holding back, and don't pre-order games, guys. I hate to say this, there's no incentive anymore to pre-order. You get a cool cosmetic horse or some shiny armor, like who cares? Don't give them your money until they deliver the product that they're promising. And if they don't deliver the product they're promising, then you've held back and you've saved your money. Because I've bought in games that had a really big hype. I started playing the game. The game was really buggy. I didn't like it. I played for 2.5 hours, tried to return it, and the policy is once you play it after 2 hours, you can't return it. And I'm like, but I spent the 2.5 hours frozen, stuck in a rock, and couldn't even I was so disappointed. I was like, I didn't know that this was a policy. So how do you know, what happens if you get 4 hours into the game and the game is buggy and it keeps crashing at that 4 hour mark, right? Once it hits that threshold of where the story's at, how would I have known that without playing it first? And then now you're telling me because I played it to the point where the bug happened, now I can't return it because it took too long.
Yep.
I don't know. I think that's BS.
Yeah.
And Cyberpunk was a huge flop. Yeah, see, that's the biggest example because that had so much hype. You had Cyberpunk 2077. You had it released on PlayStation 4, which I think was a big joke. I think they shouldn't have put it on that platform to begin with, just due to how graphical demanding it was. And they did it anyways, and people knew that it was crappy. And you had a big hitter like Keanu Reeves a part of the developing of it, and to just have it flop like that, it was a real big spit in the face. But now the game, I heard, is in the best state it ever is, and if they released it, I feel like today in the state that it's in, without all the issues they've had in the past, I think it would be just as big as game of year contender as some of the games that are out right now. But because people have such a sour taste in their mouth from it when it got released, they'll never rehash it. They'll never go back to it. It is what it is. And I feel bad. I do, because I want to play it, but I still have that sour taste just because of all that I've heard about it.
I've heard the same, that it did really bad at launch and that it's good now. I've heard that it's very, very good. I've actually considered streaming it a couple different times because I've had some viewers who were like, yeah, man, I'd really like to see that. And it's one of those things that's it's one of those games that once you hear that it did bad, you're kind of gun shy to pay full price on it. So it's one of those things that I stare at it and I wait for it to go on on sale. So that I don't spend as much money on it. That's kind of my outlook on it.
Yeah. I mean, I saw characters levitating in the air, gunfire, shooting, but nothing happening, and animation happening.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
Cars falling through the ground, and it was, some people got to points of the game where the autosave wasn't working, and it would crash the whole game, and they'd have to restart the game over from a new game file. It was just to the point where it was almost unplayable. From what I heard, and progression wasn't possible, and to whoever lit that was the worst decision ever. I would have rather, some of these games I've seen, I know, what was it? I always forget the name, but the Amazon game, something World. New World. Okay. They delayed that game multiple times. Yep. They pushed it a month back and another 2 months back and another month back. I would rather a game developer do that than just stick to the release date because this got so much hype, right? And they don't want to disappoint people. I would rather you disappoint me and make me wait and deliver a better product than push it out on me fast and not have the product in the state that it should be on delivery.
Absolute facts. Absolute. So to move forward here, we are about to enter into my I'm most excited about this segment of the show.
Yeah, me too.
But before we do, we do have a couple of things. This show is brought to you by the Kingdom of Clowns Discord community. Myself and Jokerdad007. With that in mind, we would be remiss not to talk about the Kingdom of Clowns Discord community. If you are in chat right now and you have not joined the Kingdom of Clowns Discord community, do so. Okay, I'm going to post the link right now. This link right here. I need you to click that link. That is the link to the Kingdom of Clowns Discord community. Go there. It is a huge Discord community filled with multiple different streamers, content creators, people who just enjoy games like we do. It is a great community to be a part of. Joining it was one of the best decisions that I ever made. Jokerdad here is the head mod, the head creator of the Discord community. Definitely go and check it out. With that in mind, we have a few announcements with the Kingdom of Clowns. First of all, do not forget, there's Jokerman with the Kingdom of Clowns check-in. Hell yeah. Every single Friday, if you are a Fortnite gamer, if you like Fortnite, every Friday, the community is sitting in Discord, literally sitting and playing Fortnite together, doing random pit battles, prop hunt, bot lobbies, the works. Every single Friday they are doing this. This is a key time if you are a Fortnite streamer specifically to network with other Fortnite streamers, to meet other Fortnite community members. So like me personally, I don't stream Fortnite. I'll play it. I play it with Jokerdad and Zahabi and Joker Mom and other people, but I don't stream it myself. But if I was somebody who streamed Fortnite like Jokerdad does, it would be stupid not to go to Fortnite Friday, because it's an A-list way to network with other people who stream the same stuff as you. We have also a couple of things that are coming up. Jokerdad, don't you have a stream coming up? What day are you planning on doing your thing next month?
We're thinking, second week, third week into May, either like the 11th, maybe the 18th, somewhere around there. Hopefully the 18th is what I'm thinking, for May 18th birthday stream. So we'll keep updates in the Discord on like what content will be there. Again, Fortnite's always a go-to, but who knows if it's going to be a long stream. Maybe I'll do a 12-hour celebration of the birthday.
We're gonna do
Maybe
another
maybe, but there is, unfortunately, since you're here, Ryder, I will announce there is a container of mac and cheese ice cream that has been brewing in the freezer for that day. So if you guys want to make me devour disgusting mac and cheese ice cream, we've seen multiple individuals in the community do it. And I had to follow suit. I've been looking for the mac and cheese ice cream for quite some time. We had the Hidden Valley Ranch was absolutely disgusting. We had cornbread ice cream, absolutely disgusting. So I can't wait. And there was one more ice cream that I ate too. I can't recall the flavor. Champagne, champagne flavored ice cream. Yes, that was absolutely disgusting too. So we've done ranch, champagne.
There's one that's worse than all of that Lock It Down, who just jumped in chat, did. He did dill pickle flavored.
Yeah. No, see, the Hidden Valley Ranch actually has a dill flavor to it with it, because it's ranch and there's dill in ranch, and I could definitely taste it. And then the creamy aspect of the ranch flavor after was disgusting. I think I would rather have the dill pickle, because I actually don't mind pickles themselves, and I think the pickle flavor would probably be okay. But who knows? It was probably, it's obviously when people eat ice cream, they don't want a foreign flavor like that. So I think it would be terrible too. Yeah. Who knows? But I've yet to see that one on the store shelf. I did see mac and cheese like before I really got into the eating and consuming nasty things.
I love how it's like one of those things. It's like it's a thing we have to like work ourselves up to.
Yeah. How much will I belittle myself for the form of entertainment
Yeah.
on stream? And here we are. I've ate crickets. We've ate chocolate covered grasshoppers. We've ate those disgusting beans. I have yet to do anything spicy because I would literally die. Like I'll eat something spicy for chat, but I will not swallow it. I'm not going to. I have digestive issues, so that's definitely not going to
Typical.
happen.
I hear that from my wife a lot. Hey yo, and sorry.
Hey, chat. Hey.
Uh, the other thing on my note, we did have a redemption on my stream. So for those of you who are unaware, whenever I stream my content on my personal like content, I have a redemption where you can redeem a 12-hour stream that I have to set up. So I do have an upcoming 12-hour stream that, let's be frank, wifey redeemed. So we will be doing a 12-hour stream as well coming up as well. Also, I saw a question in chat from Trash Panda asking if we're ever going to bring guests onto the show. It is something that we have discussed. It's not something that's in the plans as of right now. This is meant to be more of an informational show, more than a bring on guest show. But if we have like a game coming out that we know someone would be a great like subject matter expert for, it might be something that we would look into of bringing them onto the show that could maybe bring a little bit more value to the conversation. But I think Jokerdad will kind of join with me on this, is saying like I don't think that's in the plans right now to bring anybody on. I don't think.
Yeah, no, I would, I would probably steer a little bit from that just due to the fact, like you said though, maybe someone could hop in for 5-10 minutes, especially if it's if content that they're really pushing on their stream. I would love to, kind of get their opinion on and their thoughts on it. We could give them a shout out, kind of let others know that this is the person you can go to. But it would be a very short segment of the show, right? And it would probably just be based on like connections of the individual to the content that we're showcasing off. We have the spotlight. Ryder does his Ryder talk. There's others out there. I know you're coming up soon on Zahabi's podcast as well there, Trash. And then I know you're in the talks with Mike the Mechanic as well, coming on the show that I was a part of the other day. I think that's great, man. I want to give a shout out to Trash Panda. Not only has he been very active in the community of the Kingdom of Clowns, but he is out there trying to push himself. And I think, real recognizes real in the streaming world. And I think you're doing a good job, man. Keep up the good work. And we appreciate the interest of you being here today, you showing support, and the support that I see you in other people's streams. I think that's great. And I hope the best for you in return, man.
Absolutely, man. I agree. So we're going to move on to probably our most exciting part. Okay, I'm very excited about this. We storyboarded it like a bunch last night on how we were going to make this work. What we're about to show you here is we're going to be going through and showing you multiple different game reveals and game trailers. These game trailers are games that are coming out next month that you may or you may not know are coming out. These could be games that you could add to your wish list. Maybe a game you want to stream. Maybe something that you want to play off stream. Something you want to buy for a loved one. Something you didn't even know. So here in a minute and a half after the ad ends, because an ad obviously starts right as soon as we're getting ready to do this. We are going to do our first game reveal. We are going to be changing scenes, and it's literally just going to be that video. You're going to see the video, the gameplay reveal, the trailer. You're going to see the actual announcement trailer, gameplay footage, a release date, and then we will come back and we'll talk about it. So I'm really excited. What are some of the like favorite genres of games that you have, Jokerdad? Like what do you think would be a game that you'd be super excited to see?
It's tough because like right now I'm stuck in the FPS universe with Fortnite, right? And I think that any game I'm up to checking out. You know, I know Trash Panda mentioned Frostpunk 2 that's coming out in the later year. I know that I played some of Frostpunk 1. I struggled with it really terribly. I couldn't learn it, and I play like the real time strategies like that, where it's like building and micromanaging of resources and stuff like that. But I had no idea what I signed up for when I did Frostpunk. I was like, holy crap, this is a whole new level. And I have no direction. Like I do like games that kind of handhold a little bit to kind of let me understand. And then if there's options to kind of turn it off, I like that too. But genres, I'm open to everything. You know, I'm kind of excited just to see new stuff. You know.
All right. Well, with that being said, chat, are you guys ready for our first game reveal? Let's get. I want to see some emotes in the chat. Are you ready for our first game reveal? Let's fuck. They're dead. They're dead. Chat. I don't think. I don't. There's some emotes from Jokerdad. I don't think he counts.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Let's go. Let's see our first game reveal. What is the first game on the agenda? Let's fucking go.
I swore to protect this island with my life. But now the Mongols have stolen our home, killed our samurai. I will kill them all. I sacrificed everything for my people. And I would do it again.
Remember.
That is awesome. We've got us the Ghosts of Tsushima coming to PC in April. That is, yeah, yup, definitely getting this. Yo, right out the gate, Lieutenant Mao is just like, let's go. This is where we're getting this. Yeah, oh, it's so good. Right out the gate. So we're going to pop up right here. And here we got some news on Ghosts of Tsushima. Jokerdad, what's your first thought, if you think of it?
It looks great. I mean, what was it originally off of PS5, or was this like what was it released on originally?
I think its original was PS4, I think, and then it re-released
Oh,
for the
okay.
PlayStation 5 on Director's Cut. And now they're doing PC release. It was a console exclusive title. Now that it's coming to PC though, this is huge because it's bringing a whole bunch of stuff. Right down here it says,
Yeah, I like the Japanese subtitles. I loved that. I thought that brings a lot of depth to it. And then I saw it mentioned co-op. I love games with co-op, especially if you're playing as a team on co-op. You know, don't get me wrong. I think some PvP samurai stuff would be sweet. But I love some co-op. I love that.
I will say this. I have personally played Ghost of Tsushima myself. I've played it on stream. This game is amazing. It's top tier. basically, for those of you who are unaware of what this game is, Joker Dead being one of them, it is set in the world of feudal Japan. It's the time of the samurai, and you play as a man named Jin Sakai, who is the last standing samurai, who has to stand against the Mongol army, who is tearing his island apart. And because of that, samurais have a very strict code of honor in Japanese culture. And throughout the story of Ghost of Tsushima, Jin is faced with the choice of either having to bend his honor or break his honor entirely to save his island. And it is some of the best graphics, stealth gameplay, combat gameplay. It's fully open world. The graphics are some of the most next level amazing, and PC's going to make it even better. Because PC exclusive stuff here, it's unlocking the frame rates to run the game above 60 frames per second. It supports for ultra wide, super ultra wide, and triple monitor aspect ratios. You can upscale the frame generation technologies, supports NVIDIA Reflex and NVIDIA DLAA, and a fully customizable keyboard and mouse controls. Like, they are going all out with this, and the fact that the game was as beautiful as it was on the PlayStation 5, I'm so excited to see the graphical updates to PC. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm definitely gonna, I think I'm gonna scoop that up. I'm looking here at the minimum PC requirements because I'm, not the greatest PC right at the moment, but it looks like all you need is an i3 or a Ryzen 3, 8 gigabytes RAM, HDD with 75 gigabytes of free storage, and it grants looks like 720p resolution on 30 frames. So you can actually play at a very minimum settings for the game, which is good. Obviously I'm going to be trying to push 60 or plus FPS, better 90, 80, type of resolution. But I think that's great for people who've never played it, who maybe have a PC but very low end. There's possibility there to still play the game, and I think that's awesome. I'm excited to.
I'm telling you right now, this is an absolute must pick up for anybody who is a fan of open world RPGs, combat, stealth. I'm telling you right now, the Ghost of Tsushima, if you haven't played it, pick it up. I'm 100% worth the money, and I'm sure people in chat would agree on that. Does that like that one blew me away when I saw it. Having played Ghost of Tsushima and playing it now on New Game Plus, it is a great. Yeah, exactly. The multiplayer now Legends mode I haven't messed around a whole lot of. Legends mode I believe is like it's multiplayer co-op, but it's not the story. It's like a different story. Like it's like a co-op story only thing. And I haven't actually experienced that. So I can't speak much on Legends mode. But I will say that the main story, I plan on playing through it again on the hardest difficulty. I love it that much. The game is just fucking gorgeous.
I mean, I think that would be awesome. I would love to do a co-op stream with you on Legends mode.
My gosh.
I wonder what the. And again, I would probably stream the first gameplay first, right? And then once I've streamed it, then go into the Legends mode and get some more content. You beat it on Legends. I mean, how does that operate? Is it a separate storyline itself? Are you playing together to fight multiple people, or is there PvP, or is it mostly drive away from that?
I'm telling you right
now,
makes me wonder if there's PvP, Joker Dad, I'm gonna cut you in half.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's I love samurai stuff. I really do. I'm just I'm on the fence because I've never been a big stealth game person. I just picked up. I saw the other day on Epic, Thief was free, and that was a pretty good stealth game. I know Metal Gear Solid stealth. I'm a very impatient person. I'm a go. So stealth games are usually not my. I'm like, oh, I'm stealth, and I jump out of the shadows and kill you. And
well,
then
actually,
it's like,
that's one of the beautiful things about Ghost of Tsushima is you have the choice of how you want to approach each thing. So, like that's kind of when I said that he has to choose to bend or break. The code of the samurai is only a coward strikes from the shadows. no, people with no honor strike from the shadows. You look your enemy in the eye when you kill them, and stuff like that. And Jin was raised that way in his in the samurai outlook of honor above all. And so, yes, there's stealth mechanics because he has to learn that, hey, you know, I'm fighting an army by myself.
Exactly.
I can't run full force in. But as you get stronger, you can go in and just butcher the whole base and not even care. Like, stealth goes
like
out the
that.
window.
And that's why I like Fortnite. You know, I like the fact I pick my angles. I love strategy. I love, especially if I can input strategy into another game, and you know, like you said, you weaken the defenses on the right side, right? Or
Yep.
you make them look over here while you're doing something over there. If you can pull a switcheroo on someone and outplay the enemy, I love it. I love outplaying people. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, Mr. Reboot Simulator, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Stealth optional, right, Nova? All right.
So what game we got next?
Yeah,
What's up
let's
for-
see our next. What is our next game? Well, let's fucking go and let's see.
Let's go, chat.
Remember, gentlemen, what I say stays here. You cooperate and I'll give you the implant you tried to steal.
Welcome to my death machine.
Not bad. I may have other work for you once this is over.
Let's fucking go. We got System Shock. This is... I'd play the fuck out of that. Yeah, welcome to my death machine. Like,
Yeah, that's a very cool line there.
I loved it. So I really wish Zahabi was in chat because I wanted him to be here for this because it literally says, "Welcome, Slacker Hackers." We got the System Hackers. So that looked really wicked. I don't know what System Shock is. It says it's finally coming to console, I guess. So I guess
so unlike other games that have exclusive on consoles and then come to PC, you know, this one must have started on PC and then now it's getting support from other platforms because it looks like even Apple there. Look at the Apple logo below there. I thought that was very interesting.
Oh yeah. Well, here's what it says here. It says, "Welcome back to Citadel Station, hacker. We've gathered a team of industry veterans from games like Fallout New Vegas, Mass Effect, and BioShock to create a faithful reboot of the classic game we all know and love. In System Shock, you'll take on the role of a resourceful hacker as you explore and survive the terrors of Citadel Station brought on by a rogue AI named Shodan. To ensure this reboot is as true to the original as possible, we've been collaborating with the original developers of System Shock 1. Understanding what they would do differently and keep the same has helped us to refresh a classic in ways Looking Glass Studios would have. We're making System Shock for gamers that missed the opportunity to appreciate the original and for the dedicated fans of System Shock 1. So this is actually a reboot.
Yeah, it reminds me of Dead Space, right? Then they just recently reboot Dead Space. I
Yeah.
remember watching people
There
play
he
that,
is.
and that
There's the
kind of
hobby. We got the pro hacker in the chat. Yo,
his
Zahabi.
ears must have been tingling.
His ears be burning, man. We were talking about hackers. This game's right up your alley, man, because you get to be a hacker. The game is literally the game is you're a hacker. This is perfect for you. Like, this is perfect. I like this. Like, it looks really cool. Like, it looks like it appeals to all aspects. Like, you've got your first person shooter mode. You've got, you know, it looks like it's very action packed, almost Doom-esque. Like, I felt like I was watching Doom, but sci-fi.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like I saw was it Supernova that mentioned? Let me see here. Yeah, Cyberpunk BioShock. I mean
Yeah,
that
Cyberpunk
it even
Bioshock.
I mean it's cool there that Fallout New Vegas, Mass Effect, BioShock. I mean it says right there that these are to create a faithful reboot of the classic game. I've never played System Shock. I actually this is my first time hearing about it. But it looks promising. I think anything that rehashes an older game, that kind of brings it back up to light, especially if it was a slept on or very little audience saw it, and now that it's going on multiple platforms that people can play who would normally not have that opportunity. I think it's great. I think it's going to be very, very successful, hopefully, for that game
100%.
developer.
And just as a reminder, chat, every game we're showing you is coming out next month. So you should be looking at this. If this is the game, if System Shock, when you saw that trailer, you're like, fuck, I want this. Like, you can go on Steam. You can go on console right now and you can get this game. Because it's coming out next month. So keep that in mind. Every game we show you today is coming out within the next few weeks. Now, let's go in. Let's see what's next for our games. Let's fucking go.
A mysterious underwater world is yours to explore in an all-new Endless Ocean game. Welcome to the Veiled Sea, a location known to very few people. This unexplored region changes with each dive, offering new things to discover. Up to 30 players online can plunge into the ocean's depths together. Share your discoveries with other divers and exchange a friendly greeting while freely exploring the vast ocean. There are over 500 different species of marine life to encounter. Some of them are creatures thought to be extinct, and others may be mythical. What will you find on your undersea journey? Endless Ocean Luminous launches on the Nintendo Switch system May 2nd. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Yo, Endless Ocean Luminous. Can you mount them? Can you mount them? I'm curious what Joker Dad means by this.
No, I mean, I just want to ride them, man. I want to slap a water saddle on them and take me places,
Take me
mysterious
places.
lands. No,
Yo.
that looks great. The only thing that got me right away is, oh wow, that's a pretty hefty title there. Price tag, $50. But
Yeah.
I mean, what's expected? It is it is online, it looks like. So in order, how much content will you be able to do if you don't have online access? Will there be replay value? I think if you're online, I think the game drops. There's going to be tons of players. I think it's going to be like the best experience, right? I would love to play with 30 people. Like, look, customized patterns, but what is the content? Like
That's
what
kind of
what
my
can you
thought.
do with what you find? Is there, outside of, like, once you've explored stuff, what keeps you captivated in the game, and what can you do with, I mean, is there going to be a crafting system? Is there, like, once you find these cool things, is it just a database? Can you trade items that you find? Like, I feel like there's a lot of unanswered questions that I'm not too sure of, but I think it looks beautiful. I think it looks amazing. Right when I saw it, I was like, this is great. And then, as Supernova mentioned, 30 players. Uh, you know,
Ooh, you know what? Nova makes a good point. 30 people on Nintendo Online can't even handle 4 players in Smash Bros. How the fuck is it gonna handle 30 people in the sea full of fish? I kind of agree with that. I will say, like,
I
it's
mean,
it's
it's
a good
30 FPS cap, right, on Nintendo Switch, so very low settings.
yeah.
I'll be excited to see a port in like 6 months to a year,
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah,
when
where
when
they're
it's
like,
on
"Hey, it's on
PC.
PC." Yeah, exactly. That's kind of my thought. I'm like, I feel like this would be great because, like, Subnautica. I've never played Subnautica, but I know it's got its like niche and it's got a lot of popularity. Um, this is apparently a sequel in a series. I was reading that, so like, this isn't the first Endless Ocean game, but this is the first one that they've made the attempt to make it like online. You know, uh, so I think that it's one of those things like they're taking a risk here. I think and we're gonna see if it pans out.
So it says scan. What does it say there? Scan
Scan sea
something
creatures to
creature.
scan sea creatures and learn about over 500 species of marine life, some of which are presumed extinct or even mythical. Hang out and says swim together in groups of up to 30 people with Nintendo Switch Online membership. Greet your fellow divers with a friendly gesture and then delve into the depths to share discoveries. It says here that if you purchase the game, it comes with a free 7-day trial of Nintendo Switch Online. Um, it literally just looks like an exploration game, and the 30 people online is just like you get to go explore together with other people and stuff like that. Customize your diver stuff, things like that. This doesn't look like it's something that this looks like one of those like chill vibe games, like one of those
Yeah,
like I could just sit there and vibe, almost like your Animal Crossings and your Sims and your
it's very, very informational, right?
yeah.
Like, I feel like it's a more educational game. This is, I feel, targeted towards youth. It's on the Switch. This is more of a child's game, right? But I think it's great because I'm all for educational gaming. I'll always think educational gaming is great. Instead of kids swearing at each other on COD or Fortnite, they're sitting here learning about fish species, and I'm sure there'll be, once you catch something or find something, there's going to be a lot of information that ties to it, and I think that's cool.
And the one thing I will say, and it's something you pointed out at the very beginning, I think a $50 price tag on this is a bit much. Like, I think,
$29.99.
yeah, 30
You
bucks
know,
tops. I don't agree with the price. I think that's grossly overpriced. I will say, beautiful fucking game. Although I feel like most of those
yeah,
graphics
at
were
30
pre-rendered.
FPS.
I feel like most of
Oh
those
yeah, for
graphics are
sure.
probably pre-rendered, not actual gameplay. But regardless, looks like a beautiful game. But yeah, 25 to 30 bucks would be like the max I'd be willing to spend on that. I don't think
I
50 is
mean, give it time, and it'll probably be on the Nintendo Shop for free, part of the
yeah.
subscriptional service or something. Like, I don't know. I feel like that, like you said, that price tag is going to put a lot of players out of the market of playing it,
Yeah.
and I don't think that's good. I feel like, again, that this is the type of game where I welcome DLCs.
Yep.
Give me a low price point of entry, and then give me a DLC. If I enjoy it, I can explore more. Or maybe like coastal regions, right? Like they give you this coastal region and this region to explore, but then now if you pay an extra $10 or the extra 20 to get you at the $50 mark, they'll unlock 2 other regions, right? Where you can discover different types of animals and fish and species in those regions. Shit, I think I need to work for a game developing company and give them input because
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Yeah, I'm kind of with Poca. Like the Switch controllers, like playing on the Switch for a long period of time hurts your fingers a little bit unless you have like the controller. So like I feel like doing a large amount of exploration, like I don't trust it. And I'm also, like I said, to go back to what Nova said initially, Nintendo Switch Online, like their online services have not been good. Like Overwatch bombed bad. Most of their the Smash game, Super Smash Ultimate Online, did not work well. A lot of their stuff's kind of iffy. I don't know. I'm if on that. The jury's out. We'll see how it does. Maybe it'll surprise us. Maybe in
yeah.
a couple months we'll hear that.
Yeah,
Oh man, it's
it kind of threw me off when I saw the Switch solo release. If it
yeah.
was like Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, because like I remember when I saw Diablo came out on the Switch, a lot of people were worried about that, right? Because there's just so much with Diablo multiplayer, graphical stuff, and I hear there were some hiccups with that too, and they had to downscale the graphics to make it supportable. So we'll, like you said, we'll see. We
We'll
might
see
be
how it goes.
surprised. I would love to see. I know we've got people in the community who have Switches who screen captures and capture cards it, and I would love to see those streamers play it. That I can't wait to see it.
And yeah, Nova said it right there the best. Yeah, the game could also probably be way more pretty if it wasn't limited to Switch graphics. Yeah, I think fast forward this by a year and this game comes to PC, I think that the graphics get increased tenfold, and I think then it becomes a lot more popular.
Oh yeah,
At that
especially
point.
on audience, streamers who play like Animal Crossing and they play Stardew Valley,
Yep.
things like that. I think there is high potential there.
All right. Who's ready for another game review? We want to see another one? Let's fucking go. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. So, like, this game, when I saw the trailer when I was creating this video last night, really had me. I had to look up what the fuck it was because the game trailer did not explain it very well.
No, you could definitely tell, here that to me it was a puzzler, right? You
Yeah.
got problem solving. I saw the gears switching. You had the image over the heads of characters, but it also had like this retro feel, and it also had this dark vibe feel of a deeper game. And but with the pixelation, I don't know. It's very very hard to get a feel of the game and what it is. But I'm not a big puzzler guy. I get frustrated on puzzle games, especially if I hit a stone wall. Well,
A
how do
lot.
you think? What do you think about?
Well, so let me read what I did find about it because this will kind of fill in a couple of the other things. Apparently, this was announced a while back. Actually, that this was coming out. It was announced in 2022. So it says that it is from the developer Sayonara Wild Hearts developer Simogo. I never heard of it. So what if you've ever played the game Sayonara Wild Hearts, is from the same developer. It's an indie game, so that's probably why it's one of those things. It's like it seems very low dev. It says that it is a much more macabre looking experience than Sayonara Wild Hearts. You'll enter a mysterious black and white manor in Central Europe, where you'll wander the halls as a woman with laser eyes, presumably Lorelei, to solve puzzles and spot patterns. Simogo and publisher Annapurna Interactive have kept a lot of Lorelei and the laser eyes a big mystery, and to best understand it, you'll just have to dive right in and play it. So literally, they have been very cards close to the chest, and we don't really know what to expect from this game. Black eyes. Oh no, I know. It definitely seems like one of those games. Like since it's an indie game, it's one of those things like you can't expect a whole lot from it, but at the same time, indie games tend to surprise you. I've played some very amazing indie games. The ones that come to mind first and foremost are games like Celeste, games like Hollow Knight. Those kind of games are all games like Limbo, Bramble. All of these are indie games that were created by a non-AAA studio that turned out to be absolutely amazing. So if you're a fan of like a puzzle solver, this could definitely be up your alley, because I know a lot of people who like that stuff, who like the puzzle solving and like the figuring out codes and things like that.
And it's very unique looking, and it does look like it's fun, especially if you're into those games. You know, I think it provides that aspect, the puzzler, but then it provides the depth, the story with it, outside of just a classic base puzzler game, right? And I think that's unique in itself, and so I'm excited to see it. But again, Nintendo Switch exclusive there, and then it says Windows PC via Steam, so that's cool. I do see it's on Steam. Okay, yeah. I thought it was only PC, so no, I think that, or Switch, so I think that's great. I think that's good.
And that's the thing, though, is that like a Nintendo Switch exclusive isn't necessarily a bad thing. Especially for indie developers.
Yeah, because, and as a puzzler, because it's something you can pick up mobile, I think, on Switch, right? And you can play it on the go in the car somewhere. Maybe you're on a lunch break. You just want to progress a little bit through it. I like that aspect of a puzzler on Switch.
Poca, have you guys checked out Fallen Tier? I've never heard of it. We have not. I don't know. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, same here.
We'll have to look into it. DM me something. It's maybe something we can talk on the next episode, and look at it. Is it out now, or is it coming out, or what is it? Many puzzlers or escape room style games have to make sacrifices for story to confront the. Right, that's true. Well, see, I don't know if I agree with that. Well, I guess I guess I wouldn't consider Celeste to be a puzzle game. It's more of a platformer, but still, Celeste had a fantastic story. Hollow Knight has a fantastic story, both of which being amazing games. So I don't know if I 100% agree with that, but then again, I guess those aren't 100% puzzlers. So anywho, let's see our next game. Let's see our next game in the lineup. Let's fucking go. World of Goo 2. It sounds like something my wife has to deal with every night. Yeah. Sorry. Anyway. God damn it. I can't make it one stream without making a fucking inappropriate comment, huh?
No, one thing I want to ask chat, what do you guys think about the transition? Are you guys liking the transition there? Back and forth from the scenes. Hopefully you guys are enjoying that. But no, World of Goo, is it two though? Because it looked like that was one. I've played one on the Wii. One's amazing. I loved it. It was my favorite Wii game, one of my favorite Wii games. I think I bought it for like $10. It's still on my Wii. It's downloaded on the hard drive, and I'll never delete it. Like I may even after watching that trailer, I may have to pop the Wii in, but I liked it because of the control mechanism of the Wii. You know how you point it at the screen, you grab the balls of goo. You have to, it's a puzzler type, you know, you have to put the goo and make it across platforms with the goo and get them through pipes, and it unlocks stuff and you progress to new levels. I beat the game. It was an amazing game. So I can't wait to see this. But here, what do you think from first impressions, Ryder? And read it away too, because I'm interested to see where this goes.
I've never played it. I never even played the first one. So like I saw this and I was like, this looks cool. I whoa. Okay, I thought Nova was making fun of my transition for a second. I had to pause for a second, and I thought I was gonna have to check full. Anyway, no, no. I've never played the first one, so I didn't really know what to think of the second one. I definitely got a very Angry Birds vibe from it, to be honest. When I looked at it, I was like, I got a very Angry Birds vibe. What it says here, as seen in the announcement trailer, the sequel is expected to feature a gameplay structure similar to the first game. The player can move goo balls around the map, use them to build structures. Returning goo ball types include balloons, black goo, dark black goo, green goo, and white goo, though it's possible more will return as well. Game levels are divided into chapters, just like in the first game, and some familiar gameplay mechanics, including gravity and wind, are present. A new type of goo, brown goo, can be seen in gameplay footage, which can be attached to terrain instead of other goo structures, and will become part of that terrain when attached. Another major new gameplay mechanic is liquids, which include goo liquid that comes from some sort of pipe, and magma, which destroys structures and kills goo balls upon collision. Finally, goo cannons are expected to appear, which are attached to structures and will shoot out goo balls from the structure periodically. There is also a version of the goo cannons that spew liquid instead. Glow goo and ice goo are also slated to appear, both of which are early concepts reimagined. Ice goo appears to shatter when too much pressure is applied, and the glow goo emits a glowing effect. There are also bombs, but they are not related to sticky bombs. Another new goo type is the jelly goo. Jelly goo is able to roll and be cut into pieces, just like jelly. And the Switch version of the game will have local co-op multiplayer mode. So
to me, it feels like, yeah, that feels like a little much. I feel like throwing, you know, unless like the first game kind of, I wouldn't say handheld you, but there wasn't as many options to like, you know, different types of goo, and it was pretty, you know, you kind of like once you played the board or the map that you were on for a little bit, you kind of got the gist of it. I feel like as long as they stay true to that and they don't throw all these different types of goo at you and overwhelms you on a board, because then it may feel too overwhelming, and like a younger player base or someone like me who's not catching what's going on may get confused and shut down and be like, okay, I can't get past this board. How do I figure it out?
Well, you said initially that this was out on the Wii, right?
Yeah, it came, I believe the Wii was the first system it came on. I'm not even sure if you can get it on other platforms. You know, it's been so long since I played it, but it was amazing game. And so I have promised that this will probably deliver as well. Just as long as they don't kind of mess it up. But I like the local co-op. I don't see why there's not an online co-op, because I don't think there was online play though with the first one. But I think this is cool. So if you've got like say 3 kids in the home and they all have like a Switch Lite or something, they could all link up off the Wi-Fi, right? Local, and play together and progress through the boards together. And they could like sabotage each other if they wanted, probably to make it mess up. But I could see good and bad from that, right? You're gonna have kids arguing.
Oh my god. No,
Mom,
put the goo
he
there.
destroyed my goo. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you ruined my goo. I will say that like they do have a lot of additional things. Now, having not played the first one, I'm not. This would be all new to me if I were to play it. But I'm kind of with Nova of what he said in the um. Oh, hold up. We got World of Goo gameplay. Hold up, let me look at this real quick. This is the first one. A little clip of the first one, World of Goo Chapter 3 Level 2. So this should look familiar to you then, right?
Yeah, you see how it's pointing at the screen? That's you holding the remote and pointing and pulling it down. I feel like this design is terrible, but it gets the job done. Yeah, so that, see how it's connecting the goos to each other and it keeps drawing them down, and your goal is to get in that pipe. And then the pipe sucks it up and it spits it into a container. The container gets filled and it opens a door that allows more goo to go through, right? So it's very, very appealing and very, what is it, the word I'm looking for here, satisfying, right? Like once you go like right there and then you hit continue, it flushes all the goo and you go to the next level. So it's pretty cool. I really enjoyed the game. I think, and I had friends who enjoyed it during the time at which it came out, because I saw a friend playing it. So I was like, oh man, I got to get this game. And it was great. I think it holds a special place. So when I saw that pop up in the trailer, I was like, oh my God, finally some World of Goo stuff. But we'll see how it goes.
I will say what Nova was saying though is they do tend to tutorialize new elements before incorporating them in new ways. That's what he was saying. So like what they probably do, especially because it's on the Switch now and not on the Wii, has a much larger like capacity of game, So what they might end up doing is they start you out with what you're familiar with, and then they'll introduce the new stuff like crumbs at a time. Like here's a few levels of the brown goo, right? And now you got to get comfortable with using that. And then they'll be like, okay, here's this new one now. Bam, and I got to figure this out.
And then they'll put both of them in one level, right? I get that.
So
but
to beat the
my
game,
thing is the
very complicated bullshit with everything at you at one time. You're like, oh God.
Favorite thing about World of Goo was the controller pointing. I felt like I was in more control of, and it made the controller mechanism or mechanics unique in itself because of the Wii. And I think like I enjoyed Resident Evil on the Wii. I think I played like Resident Evil 3 or 4 on the Wii.
Gross.
And it was pretty cool because like you're pointing the controller and you're using the joystick to walk and stuff, right? The Joy-Con, and you're shooting people with the controller. And there was even like a gun that you could put the controller in and use it. So it reminded me of like House of Dead, where you're using a controller and a gun to shoot at your screen to kill the zombies in Resident Evil. I love the Wii because of that, and I think World of Goo was a much better game because of the controls of it. And I'm not sure I would enjoy the Switch controls of like using the buttons and the Joy-Con holding them.
I was gonna say you're aware the Joy-Con has the same motion controls and shit like the Wii does.
That's what people tell me, but I guess the only time I've noticed that is like Mario Kart when I slap like the little controllers in the steering wheel. I haven't played a lot of Wii, honestly. Like I've got a couple of the games on the Wii, but the kiddos use it and I've only dabbled in it a little bit. So maybe they'll incorporate that and there'll be a way where it gives you that same feel again. And I think that's for people like me, like a younger audience won't know no different, right? They've never played the Wii. It's this will be new to them, but for a seasoned World of Goo player who was initiated from the Wii, I hope it lives up to its expectations. And
Well, only time will tell. Joker, are you ready for the next game?
I am. Are you guys, chat? Are you guys ready for the next
ready?
game?
Let's fucking go. Are we ready? All right, let's see let's see what's next in the games. In the game space.
For centuries, our castles lay forgotten in ruin. Our kind hidden in darkness. Until now. We will rise from the shadows. Their blood will become our power. Vampires will conquer the night, and all who oppose us. Challenge my rule. Defy my reign and face devastation. Know my name. Fear my wrath. For I am Dracula.
How about that, chat? We got V Rising 1.0. This looks...
I was going to say one thing, chat. My birthday is next month, and hint, hint. I mean, if someone does tend to give me that on Steam, I may just play it on stream, and I may just give you a wonderful shout out for providing such a wonderful opportunity.
Yeah, it's just a wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much. Hey, you're
No, that looks amazing.
Oh, there we go. Okay, your webcam was frozen for a second there, but now you're working. Oh my god, it looks absolutely top tier. So here's what we've got for here. It says, after 2 years slumbering in the coffin of early access, vampire survival game V Rising is lifting off the lid and rising into a full 1.0 release. Having previously been announced with a somewhat vague Q2 launch window, we now know exactly V Rising launch date will be May 8th. That is in just a few weeks. Just a couple weeks. V Rising has managed to get plenty of blood pumping over its early access run. It's got well-dressed, smooth-talking combination of survival staples, gripping, harvesting, and crafting loop, steady progression advanced by taking down even ever more powerful bosses, Valheim style, in pleasing ability-based combat. It says V Rising 1.0 will make changes to the game's in-game PvP, swapping players' buff-providing castle buildings for wearable buff-granting necklaces that other players might try their chances at stealing by putting a stake through you. The helpful effects of those necklaces will also wear down over time, like a battery-operated watch, before needing to be recharged in an incoming frosty new area. Other changes will rework armor and weapons with a new top tier of gear to pursue, along with greater specialization across the game's brute, warrior, rogue, and scholar classes. So, like, this game,
I'm watching gameplay trailer or gameplay right now of it from IGN. It's like 9 minutes of gameplay. I'm just skimming through. It's got a very Diablo user interface, It does have a dark vibe. It's got like the, you know, armor, rings, hands, feet type of inventory, you know, type of items. And it looks great. It also looks like it's got like the WoW aesthetic of, you know, the toolbar at the bottom too, right? Where you have all your items that are abilities to use. But also I'm looking at like an area of the game that is like green and it has grass and trees. Dude, it looks beautiful. It really does look great. I'm sold. I'm
This
really
does
sold
strike
already.
me
And
very Diablo-esque, yeah. Very Diablo.
I can
I
mess
could
with
get
it. Look
down
at
with
that, dude.
this.
Look at that. The shadowing, the, you know, you got your mini. I love the mini map. I love the map in the top right. Dude, that is it multiplayer? That's the question. Is it
They said
multi?
PvP. V Rising is a... Oh, this is a new survival top-down MMORPG. This is like World of Warcraft, but with vampires.
Bro, this is sick, man. This is going to be amazing. I think this is,
I'm actually kind of excited now. Vampire
yeah.
fucking wow, let's go. I would be. It's survival. Yeah, it says V Rising is a new survival top-down MMORPG that features vampires battling for survival and rule of the land. You can build your own castles, forts, and resource farming machines to establish your territory. However, standing in the sun too long will cause you to burn and take damage. But luckily, the world is yours. You can regain blood and help from feeding off animals and living creatures in the realm.
So it's targeting multiple game genres, right? Because you have like people who like Valheim and building and create. You know, there's going to be people who are only in it for the crafting, right?
Absolutely.
Like they don't care about the story, they don't care about PvP. They just want the crafting aspect. But I think if there's a way they're going to combine this, if this is open world and they do something kind of like, let me say DayZ, right, where someone builds their castle and all of a sudden the Kingdom of Clowns, me and Ryder roll through and we pillage your city and take all your loot. Dude, I'm sold. I can see it now. I'm going to
be great.
Yeah. So let me write this down.
Games?
This is
survival games for me. It like survival games is not something that like I'm heavy into. It's something like if there was a collaborative thing, like Jokerdad said, like if he was like, "Yo, let's play this together," I would totally be there for it. But as like my own personal like single player, like whenever it comes to
get bored quick, especially if it's tedious and I have to go like across the map to harvest this one mineral that only spawns once every 8 hours and I need that mineral. Like, come on, it's too. But if I can just go chop some trees, you know, get some lumber, build a bench, and it's not my problem is a lot of these games, and I dealt with it with Fortnite Lego, is it's tedious. You get 8-12 hours into gameplay and you haven't accomplished anything. I want to see instant results in the action I'm doing, and I want to feel like I'm progressing. If I feel like I'm hitting a wall and it's very slow progression, I'm going to lose interest quick and I'm just going to jump on and go shoot somebody. But look at that, it's a bear, bro. You're fighting a bear. And the bear's all...
That bear is highly higher level. Yeah, that bear's level 18. And if I know any... Oh, my God.
At that.
I think it's 8 levels ahead of him, and he's over here trying to take it down. I kind of want to see if he wins. Oof. Oh my! I think he's gonna win.
I'm down. I mean, how many? Like the thing is too is like how many people can you collaborate with? How many players at a time?
If it's an MMORPG, I mean, the whole point of an MMO is you're supposed to be able to group with multiple people. So it would have to be like at minimum like 4 to 6 people, I would think. If they're gonna do it right? Because like, yeah, that I'm 100%.
It looks good.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it looks good.
100%.
And we talked about like PAL World and other games I've talked about recently where they're taking different aspects of games that have promise and then they're kind of throwing it all together, and when they do that, it is sometimes a recipe for disaster. I feel like they tried too hard and it didn't. they didn't correspond together, right? Like it didn't feel smooth. It felt like they just threw it all together. But this actually looks pretty smooth. Like it looks like it's well designed and well thought out. We'll have to see. But I think as long as they can provide in game, me and you both know, Ryder, being MMORPG players, the in game is where it's at, right?
Yep.
Like everybody pushes for in game, and if the in game has replayability, then you've got a solid game because like people will rush content.
Well, yeah, you always
And I
get your
want to enjoy it up.
tryhards. You always get your tryhards, your sweats in the MMOs. Just like in Fortnite, just like in COD, just like in Apex. MMOs are no different. You have your sweats, you have your tryhards. And those people will just burn through to the end game, and and if you don't have something for them to do, they immediately just classify your game as trash. So
Yeah.
it's gonna
Down.
be
I'm down for Supernova said if you did a Kingdom of Clowns online clan, I'd
Hell
probably
yeah.
join it. If they give that option, I'm there. I will put it in towards this game and see at least for a couple months, right? Maybe some good updates will come out, some content releases, and I'd love to learn from the
this is gonna be the
survival
game to
aspect.
watch. This is gonna be the game that we need to keep an eye on because I think this has a lot of success capabilities for it and could easily be like an indie game of the year kind of thing.
No, I agree because there's a lot of people who love survival craft a lot, and I know a lot of those people, and I know a lot of people who love Diablo, and I know a lot of people who love MMORPGs. If they can capture those audiences and drive them into the game, and the game keeps their attention, I'm 100% with you. I think this is definitely a big contender, and who knows, maybe it'll set stage to other developers to follow suit with something similar. But this is unique in itself, I think, and
This
I
gives
think
me
that's
heavy
awesome. I haven't
Castlevania vibes. You ever play that?
Castlevania.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's I played some of those growing up, like the side scroller ones. I haven't played some of the newer Castlevania games over the years, but
Yeah.
I did. I thought it was also Castlevania at first. I was like, we'll see. I think it's cool. I like, but when you're building stuff, you know. How I guess will be answered once we see it and play it. Like it looks all good on paper, it looks good on video here, but how is it going to all run together, and how are you going to tie those bases to progression? That's my biggest question is how are they going to be relatable? Like, am I going to build something and then like 2 hours later playing the game it's going to be obsolete and what I just built was a waste of resources? Like, do I just huddle all the resources till the very end game and then build something, right? Like, I'm assuming you would need to build something like a form of shelter to hide in while the sun comes up, right? And a lot of your farming is going to be done at dark and nighttime. But look at that, dude. Look how awesome that looks. How fluid the gameplay looks.
It looks gorgeous.
That looks awesome.
It looks gorgeous.
It does.
100%.
And I love the dark vampire elves. I love the vibe of it, the feel, the lighting, the shadowing. It just there's nothing that I'm watching right now of this that doesn't look great. So it's but I've seen other games that's look like this, and then when you play it, it doesn't have a drive, it doesn't have direction. It's a little choppy, so we'll see.
It looks amazing. I can't wait. All right, so I'm hyped from that. I want to see what the next game is.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, chat.
Braid Anniversary Edition is launching on Nintendo Switch. It's the classic puzzle adventure where you manipulate time, hand repainted for modern, high resolutions.
Many areas have been re-envisioned to make them more unique, and it's even more like a living painting with brushstrokes animating the world. There are more than 9 pixels for each pixel in the original game.
There are new animations, improved sound and music, a whole new world of puzzles to solve, and over 15 hours of commentary and interviews about game design, programming, and visual art.
We plan to make it the most detailed commentary in any game ever. So if you want to learn how video games are made, Braid Anniversary Edition will be a really good resource.
We hope you'll enjoy the game when it comes out in April.
Braid Anniversary Edition. That game looks very like very chill. It looks like one of those like chill. That's the only thing I could call it. Like, it just looks chill. Very retro.
Yeah, it's very vibrant. Yeah.
Honestly, you know who the first person is I think of when I see that game? Polka. 100%. If Polka's in the chat, I feel like she should pick this game up. This is 100% up her alley. 100%. I can see her streaming this and playing this like hours on end. This looks like the perfect side-scroller platformer puzzle solver that would be right up her alley.
Yeah, it definitely looks pretty interesting. You know, me not being too big of a puzzler, definitely something where if someone were playing it and would handed me the Switch and said, "Hey, check this out," I would probably sit there for a minute and then I'd probably be like, "Hey, I'll give it back to you here in a minute. You know, let me scope it out some more." You know, I want to, you know, because the thing is with that, I just want to see the next level. I just want to see the colors, the background, and it looked really, really nice. You know, that was one game that reminds me of this. Is kind of, it's not a puzzle, I guess it has some puzzling aspect, but it was called Bastion. I have it on Steam, and that game drove me through. You know, the voice acting was really great. It was very vibrant game, so I like games like that kind of, you know,
100%.
steer you on with just the beauty of.
So a few things what we need to know. Anniversary Edition. This, first of all, this is a remaster of a puzzle platformer popularized during the Xbox 360 arcade era of indie gaming. So this is actually a full-blown remaster. This was originally announced in 2020. It will release on PC, PlayStation, Switch, and Netflix. The fuck? What?
Oh, that's cool. That's kind of like mobile then.
Yeah.
Like maybe you'll be able to play this on mobile, because I think that's what Netflix is if like you have a Netflix account, you'll be able to download it and get it for free. So that's really cool. I've seen those games on there. They actually had a game that I played, the Ninja Turtles. That's on Netflix. So the newest Ninja Turtle game that came out, you can download it.
Turtle had gaming. I mean, I didn't know Netflix had gaming. What the hell? How did I not catch up on this? What? I didn't know this. Also, the trailer was a little bit misleading. It said it released in April. This actually releases on May 14th.
They probably pushed it back, right? Like we were talking earlier about them pushing games back. Maybe something was buggy. They needed to make sure to, you know, make some finalizations with maybe all these platforms that it's releasing on. Who knows? Maybe even Netflix was, you know, they're finalizing something for them.
Right. Also, it is worth noting this Anniversary Edition says that it will include 14 commentary index levels, 13 new full puzzle levels, and 12 alternate designs for original levels. The Anniversary Edition will also include improved sound, hand repainted graphics for a new generation, smoother animation, and the ability to swap between classic and remastered versions. One thing I take away from this is, can you imagine how much effort it takes to come up with 14 levels of blatant commentary of how they made the levels and how they made the game? I can't even think of a game that does that.
No, and then to re-hand paint everything, and this looks like they put a lot of love in it, you know,
Yeah.
like they because it says that they've spent what it said at the top, what 2 years?
Yeah, 2020 was originally announced.
4 years. So 4 years they've
years.
been figuring this out, and it's a game that's already been developed. So
Yeah.
it's not like they're creating a lot of new content or you know they're remastering it all, and that's a long time. They put a lot of love in this, so I hope it's very successful, and I hope people appreciate what's there.
This is one of those chill games. I would pick this game up like as just that vibe game. Like, again, we're seeing a lot of those today. A lot of these reveals that we're doing for next month, a lot of a large portion of them I feel are just like chill vibe games that I could just sit there and just be like mellow and just
For sure.
lose myself in the hours of gameplay of it.
See, that's why I like the Switch, because like I'm not one of those people who get out very often. I'm not one of those people who travel often, and you know, but for those people, like say you have a work meeting in a different state, and you have to fly there, and you do your work meeting, and you come back, and you're just chilling in a hotel for 8 hours right before bed or something, and you got nothing to do. You're in a city you don't know, and you don't really, maybe you're an introvert, don't get out often, right? You don't want to go out. You could just pop your Switch out of your suitcase or your luggage, and this is the type of game that next thing you know, 8 hours in, it's time to go to bed, right? Or you know, maybe you're in the back
like, you're like one more level. I'll just do one more level and then I'll go to bed. And next thing you know, 3 more levels, you're still sitting there.
Yeah, that's like the world of Goo, man. That was what happened with me, man. You're like, oh, I just need one more level, you know, and I love that. That's
got to get that hit of dopamine to complete the next level. You're just like, oh, yes, yeah, more. All right, let's see the next game in the lineup. Let's fucking go. This next one I am particularly excited about. Here we go.
Let's go.
Yo, you guys all called it there.
Nice. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I knew it. Yeah, I was like right from even cinematics. I couldn't even believe it. That's awesome, dude. That looks great. I love side scrollers like that. That looks beautiful.
The gameplay looked amazing. Assassin's Creed wishes they moved those through so nice. I know, man. So, yeah, great gameplay look, great cinematic. It looked amazing. This game looks so good. I saw this and like, I've always been a big fan of the Prince of Persia franchise. I haven't played a whole lot of them, but I've always loved the gameplay and the gameplay loop and the side scrolling and the platforming of it. It's always been fun. So here's it says, experience a fast-paced, challenging, but accessible roguelite as you master acrobatic moves and flow seamlessly between platforming and combat. Find new weapons, equip trinkets with special effects, and upgrade them to make your own builds. Discover new characters, information, and areas as you try to find a way to save Persia from a Hun invasion and become the hero you always wanted to be.
And I like the animated aspect. I like the
Yeah.
more cartoony feel of it. And look at the fluidness when they're moving, right? Like that kicks them off the side into the pit of the daggers, and like it looks really nice. I like the feel of it.
It looks so good. Like just take a look at some of this gameplay. Look at this. Look at this gameplay. It's just so fluid and so well done. Like,
Oh, that is cool. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be fun, man. That's gonna be really fun.
Like,
So far, this in the V Rising is I wrote them down. If I stream anything else in May, these are gonna be it.
Hell yeah, dude! I will watch the shit out of this if you play this. This just, it looks amazing. Like, you know,
that means that I'm gonna have to get a new controller. I mean, that's because this looks like definitely a controller game. Not really keyboard mouse friendly. Maybe it will be. Maybe I can, depending on the hotkeys, if I'm using the ASDW to go back and forth, maybe it'll be just as fluid. And that actually is very close to my birthday there.
So for those of you, for Nova, who decided to make fun of them for the Assassin's Creed franchise, this was created by Ubisoft as well. So this shows that Ubisoft can create this kind of shit. And actually, you know what this reminds me of, now that I think about it? For those of you who are Assassin's Creed fans, the side scrollers, China, India, and Russia, that's what this reminds me of heavily. The Assassin's Creed side scrollers that they came out with. This reminds me so much of that.
I mean, this looks like, to me, this is something that I think Poca would enjoy. I've seen her play. This is kind of like, it's got the Mario aspect too, right? Like, you kind of have to jump over the obstacles, and timing is very crucial. But my thing is after you've played this, right? You've done a couple levels. Does the story, does that stuff keep you going? Like, I feel like it's got I don't know. Does it get boring really quick? Like how long before you're like, okay, I've played this? And
I don't know. My experience in past Prince of Persia games is it's all about the puzzle of getting past things and like the puzzle of figuring out to get through things. I feel like this is probably gonna be like a one and done game. Like you beat the game once and then you're just kind of done. But I
might wait. I might watch, like you said, it's one of those where like I will definitely love to watch someone play it, but maybe I'll wait and scoop it up when it's like half off or something. Like, I don't know the price point of it when it comes out. Like
Right.
I feel like there's another $30-$40.
Let me see. Let's see if it shows a price point. How much would it cost? It does not say. It says I can add it to my wish list, but it does not show like a price anywhere. So I'm not too sure, but based off of it being an indie game and based off of it, well, not an indie, but based off of it being like a roguelite and a simple game, I could see it being a $30 price tag, maybe 40.
See, I mean, V Rising apparently on Steam, you can add V Rising. It's $35. Let me check out the Prince. And what's it called? What's the Prince of Persia? What?
It's called the Rogue Prince of Persia.
Oh, the Rogue.
The Rogue Prince of Persia. Can you see what other games? Evil Empire? I don't know. Let me see. Pull it up. Evil Empire Studio.
Yeah.
developer.
Oh, people were saying it's $50, bro.
I mean, I don't know.
And
See,
and there's a whole thread on Reddit that has been talking about it since like April 10th, 11th. The $50 price tag seems pretty steep for a side scroller.
right.
And I feel that. It's again, I feel a $30 game.
Looks like Dead Cells Return to Castlevania is a game that they created. Dead Cell, a lot of Dead Cells.
Yeah, so like I said, 50, at $50, $50, 50% off's 25. I think that's a pretty good price point.
Right.
$19.99,
It still looks
But
like
again,
a good game.
don't get me wrong. It does. No, don't get me wrong. It still looks good. If I had the expendable income and the $25 difference wasn't such a big deal for me, but for that price, I could get V Rising and then I could get another great game, right?
Yeah.
So you have two really great games for the price of one. So yeah, I think companies need to, and that too, like maybe, I'm for a little bit, I said microtransactions, don't get me wrong. I think as long as microtransactions don't affect the gameplay too much and they're solely cosmetics, I don't mind it too much. But if it gives like player progression faster due to purchasable power, right, then I start to get kind of upset about it. I think like that's why I like Fortnite, because it's a free to play game, and the people who love different skins keep the game going financially, right? So those people kind of carry the game. And I think something like this, where if there was like maybe you could change the skin of the character, maybe you got like different looks or abilities, appearances, even though they do the same damage, right? Make it more unique to yourself. Maybe you can unlock customizable appearances of your character, and pay it to make the price point go down, so other people can carry on the burden of the cost. But I don't know. I think it looks good. It's definitely not this type of game that would be in, but who knows? I wouldn't mind seeing games like that in the future where, that was an option.
Yeah, we plan on going through each month. We're going to go over the next month's game. So, like, we're going over May's. Next month, we'll be going over June's. Month after that. So, eventually, if it's coming out in August, eventually we'll be going over it. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see our next game. Yeah?
Yeah, let's go.
Right.
The barren desert planet of Karak. Home to a resilient but divided people known as the Kushan. They fought over resources under a burning sun for thousands of years. Everything changed when Rachel Sajet discovered something buried deep beneath the unforgiving sands. An ancient technology that would allow the Kushan to escape their dying world. A hyperspace core. And with it, a map that pointed the way to the true home of the Kushan, Hiigara. The Kushan put aside their differences and for 100 years worked together to construct a grand mothership that could transport 600,000 Kushan to Hiigara. Karen Sajet, Rachel's descendant, volunteered to be bound, body and mind, to the mothership and become its navigator and fleet command. But the efforts of the Kushan did not go unnoticed. The Taidan Empire, a powerful enemy who had exiled the Kushan to Karak 4,000 years ago, took swift and devastating action. While Karak burned, Karen rescued all that remained of her people. But instead of fleeing into the dark, Karen turned the mothership into the tip of a spear aimed directly at Hiigara. In the war that ensued thereafter, Karen's fleet emerged victorious. The Taidan Empire was shattered, and the Kushan reclaimed their homeworld, becoming Higarans once more. Just as Rachel discovered a hyperspace core, Karen learned of the existence of two others. The first of these was gifted to Karen by the Bentusi, an ancient race who called no planet home and lived only among the stars. The final core was won by Karen upon defeating the Vaegir, a vicious foe who sought to control the cores at any cost. Karen united all three cores aboard the legendary progenitor mothership Sejuk, and in doing so, unlocked a vast hyperspace gate network, enabling interstellar travel for all. Trade and culture spread effortlessly between the stars. Population centers grew in places previously inaccessible, and the galaxy was united in peace. Thus began the Age of Sajet. But deep in the Outer Rim lurked a region of space from which no ship ever returned. It became known as the Anomaly. Gates in this area were erratic, dangerous. Thousands of lives were lost. Eventually, these gates went completely dark, and the Anomaly spread. Karen Sajet, aboard a new mothership called the Kar Sejuk, was sent to find the source of the anomaly and stop it. She never returned. 20 years later, the burden falls to Karen's protege, Imogen Sajet.
So we got Homeworld 3, and I'm kind of with Nova. Like, I looked all over for like a gameplay reveal announcement or something. This was literally all I could find, was that video right there. That's all I could really find about this game. As far as like video, right? So, I mean, we learned a lot about stuff that we really don't care about.
No, I agree. I thought the same thing. I said, oh, a bunch of product dump, right? Lore, information, like I have no clue what's going on, what plant, like these species, these I'm kind of lost a little bit on what was going on. Like I get it. Like I like the fact that there's like an unknown entity that's devouring everything that's sent into that direction of space, and I think that's pretty cool. Reminds me of the whole like Skull and Bones type thing where like the darkness is, taking over, and
I will
but
say
space
this.
theme.
I will say this. By what I've read, this is an RTS. So for those of you who are RTS fans, this will be right up your alley.
Okay, so it's micromanaging of resources and a space RTS type thing. Pretty.
Yeah.
I've never seen Homeworld 2 or 1. I'm assuming they were successful and they have a big player base, niche player base that loves these games, and so cool for them. I love to see more content come out. But they, when I see this, I think nerd alert. Like
Nerd alert, Star Trek.
Yeah. Where's Wolfpuck at? And Wolfpuck would be like, "Yeah, this is awesome.
This is fucking badass." So here's what we've got in terms of gameplay. It says Homeworld 3 has shown off a lot of small gameplay clips since its announcement, including in the trailer above, which teases its story. You can expect a similar grand RTS experience with a fully 3D space to explore as you control a fleet of ships and battle above planets and amongst large space structures. Strategy is key as you control the flow of fights and utilize abandoned space derelicts to either ambush your enemies or hide from their powerful arsenal. So basically,
I like that. I think that would be cool. My big thing is hopefully it's not too complex, right? Like I like a game I can pick up. There's a simplistic mechanism in the game, and then you're having fun. But if it's like, again, I have to wait 12 hours after starting this ability, and then at the 12 hours I can use it, or it's just some stuff's just too long.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a game that I'd be hyped up about, but people who are fans of like Nova said, like StarCraft, um, uh, fans of StarCraft, fans of like XCOM, uh, fans of maybe the old Warcraft RTS and stuff like that will probably get a kick out of this game. Not really for me, but I definitely see that it could make an appeal. I mean,
I used to like Command and Conquer. That was an RTS
oh
back in the
my
day where
god,
it was like,
Command and Conquer, bro. Man, that's a
yeah,
nostalgia hit right there.
yeah, I
Jesus.
miss that. Like Tesla towers, and
Yeah.
like,
You got me
bro,
on
it
that
was.
one.
Yeah, those are the games. I mean, I think I'd give this a chance. I'd give it an opportunity. I'm not, but when I play these, there's another space game that was really big, and people invested a lot of money in it, like where they would build their ship up, and it was an online game. I think it starts with an A or something. I can't remember the name of it. Eve. No, it starts with an E. Eve is the game, and it's a big space game where you would build up your ships, and I think like some people had like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of ships that were in that game. And I remember the one time where like the most expensive ship in the game was destroyed. Like people raided the ship, and like it's like an online multiplayer game with
Yeah.
like ships and stuff, and people destroyed the ships, and people talked about it for months. It was like the most expensive ship. And so whoever owned that ship in the game had been working on it for years, and eventually a group or a faction or people raided it and killed it and destroyed it. And I thought that was cool, right? Like, but it was kind of slow paced, very, again, nerdish. And I don't know, I have to have something keep me wanting to play it. And if the progression is really slow in those type of games, I lose interest. But if it's an RTS and like the matches are like half an hour to an hour, and they're very fast paced, very energetic, the action's very going, then I might see appeal in it. But if it's like very slow, and my actions don't really change the effect of the game too much in fast times, then I'm probably going to lose interest and just like shut it off. But we'll see. I'd like to catch someone. I might have to write it down, and when the game comes out, watch some people play it.
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about this game, to be honest. I will say that uh it does say that there's PvP, so I mean that's kind of cool. Especially if it's online PvP. It does say it has co-op. So you have co-op capable multiplayer mode.
2v, probably like 2v2s, 3v3s,
Yeah.
different there's probably going to be, just like StarCraft, there'll be multiple factions, right, where you
Yeah.
could pick your race, and the units and the buildings will be different between the races, and you probably get like extra benefits for some. We'll see.
We'll see. Let's see what's next on the list, guys. Let's go.
Yep.
There we go. We got Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door. Looks like Nova is super excited about that one, which I am a-okay with. Like Paper Mario. Did you ever play Paper Mario back in the day, Jokerdad?
I didn't. No. I think when Paper Mario came out, I was like not in the Mario loop much. But holy moly, that's a big price tag. But what all Mario games are, unfortunately,
Yeah,
you know.
Mario's their name brand in Nintendo. They're gonna like it's like Zelda, man. Like anytime they come up with like any of the big three, Zelda, Mario, and Metroid, like you expect it to be
Yeah.
high.
No, I agree. And that might be something, I'm a more of a Metro type of guy. I haven't even played some of the new Metroids. Like I'm an old head, these games that I grew up on are where my heart lies. But Paper Mario, it looks interesting, but it's not really my cup of tea. I like to my favorite Marios were like Mario Galaxy, when that was on the Wii too. I like the classic Marios, obviously. What was it that came out? Like the Mario Wii game was pretty. Super Mario Wii was fun. I haven't really played. I tried to get into the Mario Maker games. Like I have Super Mario Maker 2. We bought that. Me and the kiddo put it in once, made like a half-ass board, and then we never touched it again. So honestly, I'm in the fence of where I want to trade that game in and maybe get a Zelda game that I haven't played or something.
Let me see if I can find the answer to your question, Nova. So it says here, join Mario on an epic paper adventure to collect the crystal stars before the X-Nauts do. It says the nefarious X-Nauts are after the treasure behind the 1,000-Year Door. With a map from Princess Peach and the help of a few locals, Mario journeys through a colorful world made of paper to find them first. To prevail in this quest, you'll have to level up Mario and his friends, master timing-based attacks and badges to impress the audience on the stage of combat, and make use of all the abilities that come with being cursed or conveniently made of paper, like folding into a plane to cross big gaps or turning sideways to slip through narrow openings. Let's see here. 20 years of the original game on the Nintendo GameCube system. This version for the Nintendo Switch system has
Wow, I
revamped.
felt old, bro.
I
20
know. Yeah, we've
years.
now been
GameCube,
dated.
bro.
Thank you for that. I remember when the GameCube was the new console. This version for the Nintendo Switch system has revamped graphics and a suite of additional changes that make the game easier than ever to enjoy. So it's a remaster, it's a re-release. But regardless, Paper Mario's always been super popular. It's very RPG-esque, so it's actually right up my alley, to be honest, because I'm an RPG guy. But like it's very fun. Like the combat in Paper Mario is always like it's turn-based combat. And it was always like you'd choose Mario to attack this target, and then it'd be like timing based. Mario would run forward and go to jump on a Goomba, and you'd have to like hit X at just the right time, so you do like a double damage, and you'd like double jump
Oh,
on them
that's
and
cool.
shit. And like it was a simple little turn based Mario game. I think this will definitely appeal to your Mario fans. Again, another big Poke game. I think Poke would be all over this. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would
I've
not be
never,
paying.
never playing it. I never played a lot of the GameCube games. I think I only caught a GameCube towards the end of the system, and then I jumped on the Wii bandwagon, and I think I got rid of the GameCube pretty quick after I got it. So
I
I
will
don't remember the games I played, but they were fun.
I will agree with Nova here. I think a $60 price tag for a re-release of a game is a bit much. Like even with updated graphics, I'm sorry, but $60 for
Yeah, the game's already made, right? That you didn't
right.
really do anything.
All
You
you did
just
was scale the
re-released it.
graphics. They scaled the
Yeah,
graphics up. That's it. That's all they did.
yeah.
I don't know if I
And
agree.
I honestly wasn't. I wasn't. I watched. I didn't play again. But the new Mario that came out, was it Wonder World or Wonder
Oh
Mario
yeah, Super
Wonder or
Mario
something
Wonder,
like
yeah.
that? I didn't like it. I didn't like how the game was. I mean, it looked nice. It looked pretty. I liked how it looked. But like I don't know. I didn't feel watching it. I didn't feel what I felt with previous Mario games. So I'm kind of honestly, I'm worried about the Mario franchise right now. I really am. I don't know where they're going to go from here,
They're
and I
gonna
don't know
just keep
what's going.
coming up with random platformers. I mean, Mario's not a hard thing to do. You just throw a bunch of fucking platform mechanics into a game, come up with some random little kid story, and there you go. Like Mario doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out how to create. Especially because they we want to believe that they're trying to appeal to the people who have always been Mario fans, but the truth is they're trying to appeal to kids of today, you know? So the more they come out with they can come out with the same rehash levels we've seen 55 million times, and new kids will be like, yeah, I want to play Mario. And so it's big for them, you know? So Mario will always be around. It'll, as long as Nintendo is around, Mario will be around, hands down. So I don't think we have to worry about the Mario franchise dying out anytime soon. The old version of the game still looks and plays great. However, if you never played Thousand Years Door and can handle the price of a AAA launch, it's a great RPG with light puzzle platformer elements. So basic, yeah. So yeah, it's not bad if you don't own it already and you can afford it. But I personally,
I mean, you say that you say we don't have to worry about Mario. I mean, games have systems have changed their trademark characters at times. I know Sega did. I think Sega had was it Icarus Kid, or maybe that was originally, and then they went to Sonic. So there are. I honestly, if it wasn't for the Mario movie was amazing and really great, and Jack Black really carried that. And I think that put a lot of, feel back into the Mario franchise. And I think without that, I would feel like Mario would be in a worse state. Obviously, like you said, appealing to the kids of today, they're always going to do that. But I don't know. I still feel like it's not in the great state that it was years ago. And where they lead forward will make or break it. I think Zelda's doing okay. I don't think Zelda's going anywhere. But we'll see where Mario goes. I'm kind of interested to see over the next 5 years what comes out with Mario.
Oh, for the love of, who the fuck is this? Thank you, Nova. You're awesome. We got people who's view botting. Beautiful. Hey, at least we know that we're making friends, man. I love the wow, man. Are you kidding me right now? Yeah, the bots have it out for you, Joker. They're coming for you, man. Okay, here's an easy solution to this. Give me one sec, chat. I can easily solve this. Just give me one sec.
They're hoping that we accidentally click on that link. Don't click on the link.
Don't click on the link. Give me one sec, chat. I can solve this real quick. Settings, moderation. Hold on.
Yeah, change the chat settings on it, or they have to have an account after so many days. They do have it bad for me, Trash Panda.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what happens when we talk about. You see, the thing is I'm live, right? Connected with Ryder, but Ryder's mod settings are a little different than mine, so they're able to squeeze through it at the moment. So that's why. But it is what it is. We do the best with what we can.
What is it they're saying here? Are they still doing it?
No, everything's done right now. Everything's been banned or it stopped.
All right.
Supernova, thank you, man, for being
you are
W.
an A++ mod. Okay. Well, let me see if they do it again. If they do, I already know what I'm gonna do. But
I think you're good.
Yeah, I think they're done now. You gotta love it, man.
Yeah, it's more of an it's definitely advertisement bot. I'm not sure if it was maliciously on purpose against us or if it's just a random act. I think it's a random act. Yeah. But they're hoping you click that because you will get a virus from that link. I assure you. 100%. And that's likely to steal your Twitch account or to gain access through the Discord. That's their hopes. They could care less about it. They want more access to your
Yeah.
accounts.
All right. Well, on
Definitely.
that note,
Yeah, new game. Let's
move
go
to the
chat.
next game.
And he takes the win. He is the competitor to beat. What a performance. What a victory.
It's finally here. Formula One in 2024.
The wait is over in Bahrain, and we are just hearing that the starting grid is on the look for a new driver. Who will it be?
I'm having trouble trying to sleep. I'm counting shit.
And radio is good.
Here we go.
And the Grand Prix is underway.
What a dramatic start. Can you believe it?
I feel like they're gonna bleed.
Yes!
Spun out of my
Oh, he's lost it.
Pop out, guys. That's it.
The pit lane's going to be alive now. They're all in.
on my own. Here we go. Mind is set on an overdrive. On my own. Here we go.
It's not every day that we get to see such incredible wheel-to-wheel racing.
Out of the final corner. And here's our winner today.
Can you beat me?
Yes!
What a race. Thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Formula One 2024 is launching next month. This game looked... First off, okay, the first thing I grabbed from this is the graphics were next level. Like, I couldn't tell.
The reporter when it like I could tell from the character model, but when it went to the reporter and she started talking, I was like, bro, that's great looking. Like that looks real, like you said.
I couldn't tell the difference between whether it was gameplay footage, whether it was I couldn't tell. Like it was that's how flawless and like connected it was. Now I'm not a racing game fan, but this game immediately makes me look at it and go, wow, like amazing. I will say this game is releasing on the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X and S, the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and PC. It's also going to be in the Epic's Game Store and Steam. All of that. It's all over. Now, I will say a couple of things here, okay? This is an EA game. EA... I hate EA. So I'm going to try to stay unbiased, but I will say they have a very bad track record with having a very large amount of microtransactions, pay-to-win mechanics, and bullshit DLCs to try to bait the player base in.
Yeah. No, and then it also, you have like these, you have to create an EA Sports account and you have to go through these loops and stuff and be logged into it. And like, it's not a very good, from what I've experienced in a while. But again, like you said, I'm not a big racing fan, right? Forza, those type of games. But this does make me want to play it. Like this makes me want to go out and grab a wheel and some pedals and slap it in and give it a go. Like I feel like this would be pretty cool. I like the F1 style racing, and I feel like once you get into it, and if you get a good wheel that's got like the jerking and the vibration, and you're smashing into the cars, and you get really good at the game, I can imagine like not wanting to stop playing it. So
I love that chat. I love that chat's just like, I just liked the theme song.
Yeah, Green Day. Yeah, no, Green Day's awesome. Like if you grew up, and that's cool. Like I like when it's trying to touch. I feel like it's trying to capture those old game racers who are in our age, right? Like they're trying to bring them back in. I think EA is probably knowing
I
that.
didn't even know Formula One was really a series. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I didn't know I haven't caught there's usually not a lot of Formula One games that I've noticed. Like there's, you might get one here and there with that style racing. Usually it's either NASCAR or what is it, like kind of either street racing or.
Right.
But Formula One's usually like on the back burner of all that. So it's good to see that. Like I think this is going to be pretty exciting. But
I will
again,
say,
like,
sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say it does look like they put in a little bit of work to this. It says that the popular career mode has been overhauled in Formula One 2024, with players able to choose from a legendary icon from the sport's past, an up-and-coming competitor in Formula 2, or their own created character as they compete for championship glory. The multiplayer game mode F1 World will return for its second season, with players using their favorite team and driver over the course of a Podium Pass campaign, competing in a time-limited league that involves reaching collaborative goals whilst battling against rival teams. Players who pre-order the digital exclusive Champions Edition will gain early access starting May 28th and receive immediate access to the 2024 Alpine, Haas, McLaren, and Williams team liveries for use in the time trial mode. They'll also receive 1,800 pit coins. See, there it is. There it is, chat. What did I just fucking say? Okay, pit coin.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll guarantee.
Again, it's cosmetics, right? I think it's just to make your car looks good. When it comes to racing, I don't see them putting anything in that's gonna like give you an edge, a competitive edge. But I think this is great. I love, like Supernova mentioned, time limited league. I think it's really cool. Gives you an opportunity to like really contend. I like competitiveness in games like this because like, you're going to have people pushing, bro, who are like milliseconds off of each other, finish line replays and bragging rights and like really hardcore racers playing this game. And I think that's cool. Like I would love to be in that group of people watching those people because like you're cheering people on. It's all virtual. I think there was a movie that came out recently that had the Hopper from Stranger Things based off true story events, where it was racing movie. It's on Netflix. I forget what the movie's called, but my oldest watched it and said they really enjoyed it. And I still want to check it out. No, it's not.
Race game enthusiasts will really enjoy this, I think. Racing game people who like Forza, the Crew, stuff like that. I think that they'll really get a kick out of this. So, I mean, I'm excited for them. Not up my alley. Definitely looks like a beautiful fucking game, though. I will say that. Welcome in, Dead Boy Unknown. Welcome in, man. Coming in here, redeeming.
Yes, sir. Welcome in, my man.
Welcome in, man. How are you doing today? Welcome to the GameSpace podcast. You came in at a great time, by the way. Guys, the time has come. We have one game left. Our grand finale game. We have one game left to reveal. Are we ready for the final game? I am fucking hyped about this. Let's go. Let's see the final game for the evening, the final reveal. Let's go.
To the fans.
I've dreamt of this. This place of fear and fury. Do you hear it? The heartbeat of the lost ones. I can feel them on my skin. Each death, inked in blood. I won't stop fighting for them. Until the very last beat fades away. inside me tell me to let go. The shadow will always hang over me. What will I become?
The newest saga, Hellblade 2. This game, people are hyped on this game. Have you heard of this game, Jokerdad? I can't hear you, buddy.
Sorry, I was on mute. No, I have not seen this. I haven't heard of it too in depth. I think I saw maybe a couple of those clips or inserts of the trailer maybe a while back somewhere. Because when I was watching it, I was like, I swear I've seen this before. I haven't heard of Hellblade 1. Not, this is all new to me. Looks really great, man. Like the cinematics there, the character detail was really amazing, and just the voices, it was great, man. And then right when the first person comes through and the swords clash, you can feel the power right in the cinematic. You can feel like she's struggling to keep her foot stance, and she's being pushed back, and like that right there, like I felt it, like my hairs went up on my goosebumps a little bit, and I'm like, this is cool.
Not to cut you off, but I'm about to blow your fucking mind. You said it was a cinematic. That was gameplay.
Yeah, no, it's what I assumed. It looked really nice. Like, I mean, but there were some scenes that looked like it was cinematic. Like the part where they're holding the fire and they're walking backwards. That looked kind of like a cut scene. Like, like where maybe there's going to be like a couple cinematics and then it goes into gameplay. But no, the hitting of the swords, I could tell that was gameplay.
Yeah, all
like them
of the
fighting.
Yeah, all of the fighting.
It reminded me of God of War.
Yeah, very God of War-esque. So Senua's Saga, so the first game's already out, right? And it actually won a shit ton of awards when it came out. This is the sequel to it. It says here, it is the sequel to the award-winning Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Senua returns on a brutal journey of survival through the myth and torment of Viking Iceland. Intent on saving those who have fallen victim to the horrors of tyranny, Senua faces a battle of overcoming the darkness within and without. This game, I've never played Senua's Sacrifice, but I have heard nothing but good things, and I know that it focuses very heavily on mental health. And it sends the message that people people that suffer from depression and people that suffer from mental health issues have a battle going on in their mind. And that's what Senua's Sacrifice was about. And my understanding is that like a large portion of the game, you didn't know if it was in your head or if it was actually happening in the game. Like your character was going insane and you didn't know whether or not what you were seeing was her mind playing tricks on her because she's going insane or if it's actually happening. And this game looks like it's actually there.
Yeah, that looks great. It looks awesome. I love it.
100%. This is a game to watch. This is a game I 100% see being a potential Game of the Year candidate. Like the 100%. The first one was a huge success. This one 100%. I think it'll be amazing. I think it'll be great. Chat, what do you guys think of all of our game reveals? What I want to know while I get the next segment set up, what is everybody's most hyped game. What is everybody most hyped for? Me personally, I am very much looking forward to this game and Ghost of Tsushima coming to PC, both of which I'm super excited about. What about you, Jokerdad?
Still I'm for the V Rising. I think that's going to be great. I'm looking forward to this as well. This looks very interesting, especially as a person who watches a lot of streams. I think this would be a game that I would probably love to not only play but to actually watch and enjoy as people progress through the storyline. And then, like you said, Ghost of I can't even say it. Ghost of what?
Tsushima? Yeah.
Tsushima. So yeah, that looks very good. So I'm excited for that too. I think that'll be a game that I'll try to pick up or again watch. I live curiously through the streaming community, and I get just as much satisfaction watching people as I do playing the game. So I'm excited because new content, right? Like new content's great, and so yeah, I can't wait.
What about you, Nova? What is your most hype out of the games we've revealed today? What is your most hype game that we've revealed that's coming out next month? All of the games, like I said, everything we've covered today, all of them are coming out next month in the next few weeks. So you can look forward to playing Hellblade, Senua's Saga, Ghost of Tsushima, Formula 1, The Rogue Prince of Persia, V Rising,
I know. How do you play all those great games, dude? They all looked pretty nice. Like they all look like they have a place in the gaming industry. It's like there's not enough time.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Like games are coming out. So many good games are coming out, and it's great. You own the first Senua game. I have to play that one. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that's what I was saying. I haven't even played the first one, but like seeing that trailer makes me want to play the first one now, yeah, V Rising definitely looks like one to keep our eye on. 100%. So
yeah, and after seeing this game and seeing the other games, I kind of, V Rising's kind of, I'm not super excited as I was when I first watched it, but I think I'm still gonna pick it up. I still think I'm gonna grab it, give it a chance, and who knows where it goes. But maybe I'll watch people play the first day or two, or maybe I'll be the first one to jump in on it. We'll see. I think I've got a lot to consider over these next weeks then.
So we have one more piece of content that we have to do. Guys, it's time to crown the GameSpace champion of the month. For those of you who have been in my stream before, you'll be familiar with this. We are going to be doing a quiz. This is a full video game quiz, okay? Full video game quiz. We are going to sit in a minute and a half when the ads end, because of course it does. Every time, man. Every time. We're going to do a quiz here on stream. Now, I want to preface a few things with this quiz. First of all, you will be given 30 seconds for each question. Maybe a little bit more depending on if we're talking about it, right? You'll be given 30 seconds. It's multiple choice. You will... Now, I do want to say, if you are on mobile, it will not work. You will have to be on desktop for you to be able to interact with the quiz. You can still play and give your answers in chat if you want, but to have a chance to win, unfortunately, the extension does not cooperate with mobile. So that's a downside here. But yeah, well, probably because I have all the tabs gone. Where are we multi-streaming to? We're multi-streaming to nowhere. It's just our bitrate's crazy because we're doing guest star. So I don't know. It might be because of that. I'm not sure. My upload sucks. Anyway,
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's the guest star, the tabs. Like I said, once the RAM and the information gets going on here, it's hard for a doll to keep up. And we're going through like the Twitch like subservice, right? Like, so everything we're doing is going to this platform and then it's going again. So it's like a hub, and it's not processing it very good. So but it's all right. You know, it'll get better as the weeks go. I think they'll update guest star hopefully, and because I've noticed recently the 3 times I've done guest star, that notification pops up of experiencing difficulties or something like that, right? We've been getting that pop up, and that was actually happening on everybody I've done guest star with. So I think they're having some issues with it right now.
Okay, well, I mean, no problem. I mean, it's ran relatively well. At least my audio has been working. You know, that's been the important thing. So we should be out of our ad. Now, here's how this works. Here are the rules for those of you who are in the ad. Okay, there are 10 questions. You have to be on desktop, I believe, to operate. You can try to do it on mobile. There should be an overlay that will appear right down here where we're at that will show you the questions and the answers. You should be able to click on whatever your answer is going to be. You are responsible for clicking your answer. You click on it, and it will give you a score. 30 seconds is how long it's going to give you. And then we'll move on to the next. The person who is in first place at the end of the quiz will be deemed the GameSpace champion for the month. If you are a streamer, you can send me your logo, and I will put your logo on our overlay and advertise you for the entirety of the next podcast. And even if you are not a streamer, I'll still put your name up there. So, best of luck. How about we put some mood music on here? Here we go. How about this? Hold on, I got this. Hold on. You ready for this? There we go. All right. We've got us our music. Chat, are you ready? Let's see how you guys do with the GameSpace theme, or the GameSpace quiz. Here we go. Boom. Should work. Hopefully it works. Rules should be playing out. Here we go. The GameSpace quiz is live. Here we go. The player with the highest amount of points at the end wins. All right. Here we go. Question number 1. In what engine was Titanfall made in? CryEngine, Unreal Engine, Frostbite 3, or Source Engine? Personally, I know the answer, but what do you think, Jokerdad? I see the answer.
I'm going with CryEngine, but I have no clue. I was gonna do Unreal, but I don't think it's Unreal. Maybe Source. I don't know. It's a up in the air guess here. We'll see.
All right. It says we are waiting for. All right. Here, time is up. The answer is Source Engine. Source Engine is the correct answer. So we have one person who selected Source Engine. Let's moving on. Next question. Here we go. Toby Fox's Megalovania was first used where? Undertale, Homestuck, S-Wake, Radiation's Earthbound Halloween Hack, or Mother, Cognitive Dissonance. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was in this quiz, I would not know the answer to this at all.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know any of this besides Undertale, and my kid loves Undertale, my oldest, so I'm gonna go with Undertale on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I know the answer because I see it, but I have absolutely no clue. Remember, guys, click on your choice on the overlay. If you believe you know the answer. Yeah, you have to click on the overlay. And the answer is Radiation's Earthbound Halloween Hack. Alrighty, let's go. Question number 3. Oh, here we go. This is perfect. It pertains to one of the games we covered. In Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door, what is Hooktail's weakness? The Ice Storm item, the sound of crickets, attacks from Koopas, or the hammer? This is perfect. I swear I didn't plan this. It was randomly generated questions.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
I feel like the Ice Storm item is very specific, so I'm gonna go with that one, even though again I'm not too familiar with any of this.
Alrighty, let's see. I'm so excited to see who's gonna win this. We've been getting like a mixture of different answers. We're gonna see who's gonna get it, who got it. The answer is the sound of crickets is the answer.
Look at that. We got people who played this game.
Yeah, we got people who've played this game. Let's go. Chat is competing. It's neck and neck. Next question. Oh, another thing we covered today. Which actor provided the voice for the main character's father in Fallout 3? Kiefer Sutherland, Liam Neeson, Robbie Coltrane, and Brendan Gleeson.
I don't know who Brendan Gleeson is or Robbie Coltrane, so I'm a Kiefer Sutherland or Liam Neeson, and I like Kiefer, so I'm going to go with him. But again, without playing Fallout, I'm not too familiar.
You ever watch the Harry Potter movies?
Yeah.
Robbie Coltrane is Hagrid.
Oh, thank you. I did not know that.
Yep. The answer is Liam Neeson.
Oh, nice.
Jokerdad, you're not doing very well here.
I'm not. No.
The good thing you're not competing.
Yeah, exactly.
The next question is live. Here we go. We are on question number 5, halfway there. In Kingdom Hearts, what is the name of Sora's homeworld? The Destiny Islands, Agrabah, Disney Town, or the Land of Departure? I know this, even without seeing the answer.
I knew you knew this. Exactly. Kingdom Heart makes me think right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Land of Departure. I don't think it is. It's probably Agrabah or Destiny Islands, maybe, but we'll see. Disney Town seems too plain.
Because your playthrough was so this game series, dude. Kingdom Hearts. I will be returning to this series on my stream. I swear I am. The answer is Destiny Islands. Okay. We had 2 people in chat. 3 if you count Jokerdad say Land of Departure. I'm a little disappointed in you guys. Okay. I'm a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. Who is our leader right now?
Technically, Land of Departure sounds pretty cooler. I'm just saying that.
Currently, contestant number 7, whoever that is our current score leader. A normal clown, Nova Bat, contestant number 8, and contestant number 1. I don't know who these people are.
Contestant number 1. I'm negative, probably.
Negative.
All of them.
I don't know who contestant number 7 is. So if you're the one who's gotten your 7, shoot me a song. Are you sure? Are you just saying that? No, shoot. Here we go. The next question. Question number 6. Which of these game franchises were made by Namco? Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Dragon Quest, or Street Fighter? Who made which one of these were made by Namco?
I would think Dragon Quest.
No, I misclicked. I'm ruined. Can you click a different one? Can you change your answer? Like, will it let you?
Won't let you change. No.
Boo. That sucks. Nova's like, no.
Maybe it was was Tekken. Maybe Tekken was Namco. I know it's not Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, I don't think. So it's either Dragon Quest or Tekken.
The answer is Tekken. Tekken is the correct answer. Click Street Fighter. Street Fighter was Capcom, Nova. What's wrong with you?
Oh, so he knew it was Tekken.
Yeah. Next question. Question number 7. What name did Mario from Super Mario Brothers originally have? Mr. Video, Mario, Jumpman, or Osan? Osan? What?
Yeah, I'll go with Jumpman. Oh, that'd be a trick question. Yeah,
I'm taking the bait.
I like it, Mario. Right? It says there was never original. That was the original name, so they just.
Yeah, they're just trying to trick everybody. Trash Panda's like, I've gotten them all wrong.
Yeah, me too, Trash. Don't worry. I haven't even got lucky randomly picking one out.
Everybody got that one wrong. It was Osan.
Oh, everybody went with Jumpman.
Everybody went with Jumpman. I've never even heard of Osan.
Imagine if there's like some type of material out there that says Osan advertising Mario.
I know.
Oh, that's probably rare. That would probably be worth some money.
The Japanese name.
Japanese name. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That was kind of a trick question.
Question number 8. Psych horror, Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, developed by Silicon Knights in 2002, was published by who and on what platform? Nintendo on the GameCube, Microsoft on the Xbox, Sega on the Dreamcast, or Sony on the PlayStation 2? I've never heard. Yeah, I've never heard of this.
Maybe I'm thinking Dreamcast or PlayStation 2. But who knows? Could be Xbox. I'm gonna go with Dreamcast, but because that looks too long though. 2002. That's probably Xbox or PlayStation 2.
Are y'all ready? The answer is the Nintendo GameCube, and we had one get that right. We had one get that right. Look at that.
Looks like a title of a PlayStation 2 game. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Let's go. All right, we have question number 9. How many games are there in the Colony Wars series for the PlayStation? 3, 5, 2, or 4?
I have no clue. I mean, I'm just going with a high number. Let's go with 5.
We'll go 5? You're like fucking
5.
YOLO. I bet you there's like 5 or 6 of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a ton.
All right, chat. The answer. It's still waiting for players. It's not letting me select. Here we go. The answer is 3. Pick number 3, me lord. All right, guys. We have one question left.
This is for all the beams.
All the beams. Trash Panda's got one right. Let's go. All right, here we go. The final question. Here we go. In the Mario series, which game introduced Mario's backflip ability? Super Mario 64, Super Mario 3D Land, Super Mario Galaxy, or
clicked the wrong one.
Donkey Kong on the Game Boy?
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know. Maybe I thought I knew and I didn't. I thought it was Galaxy, but then I remembered. I think it was 64. But then who knows? Maybe it was introduced on the Game Boy on Donkey Kong. But because I remember it 64. So that would have been my guess. I clicked Galaxy, but we'll see.
All right, chat. It's for all the marbles here. We're going to find out who the winner is. The answer is Donkey Kong on the Game Boy, and no one got that right.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
No one got that one right. That's surprising.
Awesome. Game Boy was awesome, dude. I remember the Game Boy. That was like the cutting edge. And Game Boy was way better than the Sega Game Gear. Sega Game Gear ate through batteries.
Now, the answer now is who won? Who won? Who won? The answer is contestant number 7.
Shoot Me a Song. Congratulations.
Shoot Me a Song is our first GameSpace champion.
Look at that. Everybody else was in the negatives.
Everyone else is in the negative. Shoot Me a Song's over here like, I'm the champ. I'm awesome. Let's go. Shoot Me a Song. I will personally, since you don't stream yet, although fun fact, Shoot Me a Song plans to start streaming as a VTuber.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, she plans to stream as a VTuber. But since you do not stream, I will be personally adding your name to the overlay, and you will be showcased on our next episode of the GameSpace as the champion of the GameSpace. So
let's go. Congratulations to our first champion.
First ever GameSpace champion.
And you can win next time too, right? Where you can hold the battle and the title, you know.
Yep, and you can see if next time if you could hold that title, because we're going to have one of these every stream. Or every time. Now, in closing, guys, this is where we come to the end of our stream. I think this has been good. What do you think, Jokerdad? I think we've done good. This has
had a blast.
But we went right at about the time that we thought we were going to go to. Now the question is when are we going to be doing this again, Jokerdad? When is our next GameSpace episode going to be?
I think we're shooting for the 4th. So that would be not next week, but the following. So the 4th of May.
May 4th. So
May the 4th be with you guys.
May the 4th be with you. May 4th, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be coming in and we will be bringing you more gaming news. We will be going over the games that are going to be releasing in June. We're going to be doing more gameplay reveals, another quiz, new topics. You know what we totally forgot to do today, by the way, Jokerdad? You know what we totally forgot to do, but I think we ran late enough. We ran a little over. We didn't do our hot takes.
Yeah, I sent you a DM. I said maybe we should skip this week since we were hitting the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, I saw that.
Just because there, I think it's a good thing. I think it's great, but there's just so much, information to cover in such a short period of time. And I think keeping it short and sweet and like to the game material is great. I love the hot takes, but I know with both me and you being like we are, we can probably ramble on a while on the hot takes.
Yeah, this is true.
And I think the interaction with chat's been great today, guys. So I want to thank everybody who's come out today and hung out with us, who've given us your opinions on these games. I think that's what makes this stream really worthwhile, because I like to see people's opinions and their likes and dislikes on these games that we presented. So I want to thank everybody in chat for being here and being very supportive of the content that me and Ryder are creating. We wanted to provide something new for everybody, something different than just streaming a game or something different than just interviewing someone. And I think we accomplished it. I think we slammed it out of the park here today, and I think we're on to something, and I appreciate you guys.
This has been great. I've had a blast. I do want to thank my co-host here, Jokerdad, for agreeing to create this amazing form of content with me. We put our heads together. I think we both made something really, really good here. So I think this will hopefully take off. For those of you who missed the podcast, I am going to be uploading the VOD. I'll upload it on my YouTube. I'll also send you the video file, Jokerdad, in case you want to upload it anywhere. Guys, if you want to see more of the game space, if you want us to have things, because see, the thing in the future is we want to be able to grow this. We want this to be able to be where we get things like developer sponsorships, where we can do things like give away Steam keys for games. We can give away
I'd
things
love
like
to
that.
showcase specific games for developers, especially indie games. You know, I
Yeah.
think that would be great. You know, where we could show it off on this episode, and then who knows, maybe instead of 2 a month of these, we would do 1 a month, and then we would go in, and me and Ryder could maybe co-stream one of the games that we showcased for that month, right?
Exactly.
The next month or something. I think that would be very cool.
And the thing is this is only successful with the help of you guys. So go out, share when we post the VOD, on YouTube, when we post the pop mod, share it. Share the hell out of it. Share it to everything you can. Because the thing is podcasts are only successful like this by you guys getting the word out and saying, hey, have you seen this new awesome show called The GameSpace? They do game reveals. They do, game shows. They do all sorts of stuff. Go check them out. We are only as successful as you guys make us. So if you liked what you saw here, if you liked the content, please share the hell out of it. Make sure that you get the word out. Go to Jokerdad's channel, drop him a follow if you haven't. If you haven't dropped a follow here, drop a follow. We both stream a shit ton. So we are always live. He's live always in the mornings doing Fortnite or podcasts. I'm live in the evenings, constantly doing RPGs and variety shit. So we're always live and we're always around. So drop a follow at his channel. Drop a follow here. Get the word out for the game space. It would really mean a lot to us if we got this thing really off the ground and got some really cool content for you guys. Especially, imagine this. Could you imagine this, Jokerdad, if in the future we got limited NDA news that we could be...
Stop with this spaceman thing. It's getting on my nerves.
Jokerdad. Nova just dropped 5 gifties.
Yo, Supernova. Greatly appreciated, my man. We got Chaos Clown, King Osmandias, Amethyst Marie, Miss Bugaboo,
and Ellipticus.
Ellipticus. Awesome. So
Dude,
some ad-free viewing for some people here next time.
Hell
so they don't have to get cut off during the trailers and stuff. That's awesome.
And just so you know, all proceeds and everything that is made here is actually divvied up between myself and Jokerdad to better both of our streams, to bring better content to you guys. So I don't want anyone here to think that it's all mine. No, it's like we've already worked all that out. The all proceeds will be used to improve both the Kingdom of Clowns Jokerdad. Wait, this way. Kingdom of Clowns Jokerdad stream and my own. So that
can I give a shout out for tomorrow? Tomorrow is another episode of the Great Jokerdad Spotlight, but we do have the wonderful stream of Let's Be Frank Wifey. You know, she's a big supporter, of course, the duo of Let's Be Frank, who showed up, supported here tonight. So we appreciate you, Frankie. If you guys want to check out the lovely Let's Be Frank Wifey, she will be on the show tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central on Jokerdad channel here, Jokerdad007. So hope to see you guys there, showing some love to a wonderful mod and a wonderful co-streamer to Let's Be Frank.
Absolutely. Wifey is amazing. She's always out there supporting. She's hopping in my chat, Jokerdad's chat, everybody's chat. Definitely go watch the spotlight tomorrow morning. What it's gonna be? What is it? 9 or 11? Which one is it tomorrow?
11 a.m. on Sundays. Yeah.
Hell yeah! I will definitely be there. Now the question is who do we raid out to? Who do we raid out to?
I mean, do we go look maybe in like the talk show and see if we can find someone else doing maybe something similar? You know,
maybe. Let's see who we've got. We could raid Zach Rar, but that might be overkill. That's Asmongold, by the way.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
we get lost in the sauce there.
Yeah,
if
he
we did
currently
that.
has 12.6K viewers, so I think we'd get lost
Wow,
there.
bro. Asmongold's crazy, bro. To think that this dude lived in his mom's
he still lives in his mom's attic.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you though? I bet you that house has a lot of memories for him, man. I've seen a lot of stuff about him. He looks like a genuine good dude. I like Asmongold.
I think I have one here. Maybe. I don't know. This is never mind. No. That's not even alive. Oh, hold on. How about, let's see here. See if we can find us a raid target. See, the problem is we don't know who is
Exactly
what they're covering.
How about, is there someone that maybe our winner can decide? I think that might be
That would be a good
thing.
one. Shoot me a
Yeah.
song. Do you have a person who is currently streaming that you would be interested in seeing us raid?
Yeah, I like that idea. I
Yeah.
like letting the winner decide where we go.
If Shoot Me a Song is still here in the chat, which she is there anybody that you would like to see?
Yeah, maybe somebody who's playing a game you like, or you've been wanting to check out, or maybe someone you got tabbed up watching also. I think,
Yeah, I'm looking
all
for
it.
people while we're. I don't even know if she's responding. Shoot Me a Song
There's
has
a
the
lot of
attention span of a
people on
goldfish.
right now, so it's very hard for me to pick one. There's so many great streamers on right now. It's 420, it's Saturday night, and
I mean, I've got a lot of people on my followed channels that I would openly raid. I mean, Zahabi's live right now. We got Sebi Webs, who's a partner stream. The Rick Tater, Lock It Down streaming right now. All of which are amazing supporters and amazing streamers in their own right. We could raid any of them. I don't know if you have any people that you're interested in, but I know that these people have probably seen enough of our faces. And since Shoot Me a Song seems to be AWOL at the moment, we should pick somebody. I don't have the Wheel of Destiny like you do, though. So, let's... Actually, you know what? I can create one. Hold that.
Yeah, either way. I mean, hold on. There is somebody, let me check here. There is someone who consistently shows up to my stream and I never see them on. Let me see if they have a cam. They do. Let me see if they're rating out, or if they've only been on.
They've only been on for a little bit? Hello?
Sorry, my Discord dropped there for a minute. I don't know what happened. There's this person, Lord Sodium, PSEUDONYM. They are playing Fortnite. They've been hopping into my stream for quite some time now. I've actually not been able to hop back into theirs, so I never see them on. They're actually on
Lord
right now.
what?
Here, I'll type it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, you spelt too fast for me, JD. Lord,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
person
there's
right
no
there.
way I was gonna be able to remember all that. Okay, let's take a look. Let's see. Are they playing Z4 tonight?
They are, yeah.
They only have they have followers only chat on though.
Oh, they do? Okay, yeah. I'll have to tell them to take that off at some point.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I definitely feel that.
All right, let's. So, what do you think? We want to do the spin the wheel.
The wheel, yeah. Throw them on the wheel. If the wheel hits them, then it hits them, right? I feel like Destiny wheel always is good. I can throw some names in, so.
All right, let's see. I got Pseudonym on there. I got The Hobby. I got
Lock It.
Debbie Webbs. I got Lock It Down. I got Rick Tater. Who else did I say was live right now? I don't remember now.
There is I know Music by Alexander's pretty nice guy. He's doing some music and tech, some DJing.
Alex. Okay.
Let me scroll down here.
open up our main screen here. Boom. Oh, thank you. Thank you. We got those people right now.
Your boy Drip Fishy apparently. Oh, did someone spell that right? Oh, never mind. That's I'm looking at a different stream. Oh my god, I was like, who is this guy?
Drip Fishy?
No, don't worry about that. No,
Oh.
there was somebody else. Let's see. Epic Rangers on. Epic Rangers always been a big supporter. I know she's big in PGG.
Okay.
I know there's. Let me see if this person. I know Gene. Gene's a nice guy. He's been on the spotlight. GENE27. Mega Mediocre is a nice guy.
Mega Mediocre. All right. What do you think? You think that's enough of them? Or you think we need more?
Let me just see if there's anybody else I'm missing.
Yeah.
And then maybe throw Knox on there. KNOX.
Knox.
Knox
Yeah, I
is
know
a
Knox.
nice guy.
Alrighty.
So that's good for me here. If there's anybody else or anybody else in chat, you guys can nominate a person. I'd love to have someone else, included. We always try to include chat, or I'm a big includer of chat.
Hell yeah.
So if Supernova, if you got anybody you want to throw on there, maybe they can get spinned and maybe it'll land on.
All right. We're going to roll in 3.
All right.
2, 1. The wheel spinning. The wheel give us, and it's landing on the Zahabat. I swear, he had to have hacked my stream for that, right?
Yeah, he did. He took he took a break from the game for a moment to hit his foot pedal and.
All right, guys, we're gonna raid over to Zahabi Twitch. Guys, thank you so much for your support today. This would not have been as successful without you guys coming in here and watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the content, enjoyed the game reveals, enjoyed everything. Come to our Discords, come to the Kingdom of Clowns Discord, come to man. Let us know what you think. If you have any suggestions, reach out. Let us know. This is a work in progress, So if you have suggestions, come to us. Let us know, and we will try to work on it. But again, if you liked what you saw here, share the shit out of it. We want this to grow. So let's go. And now Shoot Me a Song shows up. Now she shows up. I swear, woman.
Well, thank you, Shoot Me, and congratulations again.
All right, guys. Joker Dad, any last minute things you want to say to anybody before we rate out?
No, man, you guys have been absolutely amazing. I had a wonderful time tonight. I can't wait till the next episode on the 8th. I think we're going with.
It was the 4th.
May 4th. Yeah.
Jesus, you tell people the wrong names. May 4th.
Yeah, May 4th, Saturday. We'll see you guys 7 p.m. CST. Thank you guys so much.
Peace out, guys. I will see you guys later. Bye. Let's go say hi to Sahabi. And we are